around about 4 something, I think. I think it's like 4. Yeah, 4:10. 4:10 in the evening. How about that? So I figured I'd go live with y'all. You understand? Talk to y'all a little bit. I'm gonna expound on some conversations a little bit more than others. So there's gonna be some things in here that I didn't put in the title that are also gonna be inclusive. So make sure you stay here for that. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna share this. I'll be with you guys in a few seconds. Make sure you park it here, stay here. We're gonna have a good show. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna rock out. Give me 2 seconds. All right, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm sharing this. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a. All right, y'all. Just give me a second. I'm sharing this. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a second. Y'all know how I'm doing. Just getting everybody in here. Everybody in. We're gonna talk about a particular thing. It's gonna be adjacent to Diddy, but we're gonna talk about. It'll be adjacent to Diddy, but we're gonna talk about something that I've seen today, particularly and heard some. That should be enough right there. We'll do some more in a minute. So today, do some more in a minute. So today, I was listening to one podcaster, right, and I was listening to like 2 or 3 of them through my headphones. I often do that. I just put the headphones on. People think I'm listening to music. I'm actually listening to podcasters. And so I'm listening. And this one particular vlog, I'm not going to say his name because then they go over there and they start messing with you, trust me. But I was listening to something he said in his little diatribe. It made so much sense. I said, oh, that's what I'm going through. And so he was explaining how he had gotten into an argument with, I guess, a particular podcaster. And the podcasters, and I want to say this right, I won't say it the wrong way. The podcasters, like subscribers, are now on his channel and on other different areas or whatever, talking about him. Now, y'all wonder, why am I bringing this up? Because, and shout out to her, I'm not going to say your name. I don't like saying people's names, but you be here quite often. She pointed me out this morning to a podcast. And she said, yo, go over here. And somebody else told me DJ Academics shouted me out the other day or whatever too. Shout out to DJ Academics. But this person wasn't like DJ Academics saying something good about me. If that's the case, I got to go check that out. But this person was saying something bad about me. And they had gathered in a space, and I guess they took it from the live that they were doing, if I'm right, and they took it into a private space. I think that's what the person was saying. And so the person, this happened to be someone, I guess, that was, I don't know if they fell out with them recently or whatever, but they were in that membership area. This is the dead truth. It's like last night I was on here, I was talking about this kid that I've been taking up for because people were coming at them, and 3 or 4 people in here saying, I don't believe you. Da, da, da. And then the other person came in and stood right behind him and said, oh, I know what you're talking about. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm telling you the truth here. But this person went behind their paywall and continued the conversation there. No, it is not the guy with the crown on his head. It's not him. But this person that did that, I didn't, like, literally, I've never said nothing to him. I've never said nothing to him. And so it brought me to what the other podcaster had said. And it was like God meant for me to see it, because the other podcaster said the same thing. He's like, I never did nothing to this person. And I said to say, that's these are people. I done had people like literally get on here. I had like 4 or 5 people literally get on here and start arguments with me, hoping I would argue back with them, because they ain't got nothing going on. They either trying to build their channel light, they ain't got no info on there, or they like these type of people that's daily looking for drama and trauma. And I've become a important now that I'm just like, people that are always looking for drama and trauma, I don't care who you are, I get rid of you. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't like people, any person that come into your chat room. I've had people get upset because they'll come to my what's name, and their number one reaction, this is what you know what they're about. They can't have a conversation. It has to be a conversation delved in beefing, or who's doing what to this person or whatever. So let me continue here. So this person went on to subsequently say that this nigga, I heard and used the same words. I got sources. I love to know what them sources are. When you get them sources, let us know, please. Let me know. I want to know who them sources are, which they'll never reveal because it's a lie. But it was like, yo, I got sources that he wasn't around Bad Boy, and I got sources, this, that, and the other. And I was like, word, and y'all should donate to him, and blah blah blah, and da, 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 da. And I'm like, yo, son, I got videos on here of, and like when I went to Bad Boy, our old what's the name location or whatever, whatever. Hold on one second, guys. They got one of them right here, and this is a man. His name is Chico, and Chico came on here, and Chico just said, "Are you missing a tooth, or is that a gap in your teeth?" This is what a man said to another man, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. First thing he was doing, he wasn't listening to what I was saying. He was looking at my mouth. What you looking for, a boyfriend, Chico? Somebody say you over here, Chico, so you could affect my self-esteem, Chico. There they go right there. I keep trying to tell y'all, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all. Don't worry, I'll get rid of them later. But like I was saying to you, and I'll keep saying to you, you got podcasters that send their subscribers. I don't know them two motherfuckers, don't want to know them. But what they'll do is they'll get their subscribers to come over to your page and they harass you. Now, I don't do this to nobody. I don't send nobody to nobody's page to harass them or whatever. And they're like, hey, how you doing? If somebody going to deal with you the way they're going to deal with you, they're going to deal with you the way you're going to deal with you. Remember, you put up the material on your page. You decide to get up early in the morning and say at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to find out what's going on with another man that I've never met in my life, one such as Diddy, one such as Jay-Z. I'm going to put up whatever the latest that the major networks have accusing him of, or whatever the case may be. And at the same time, I'm going to fly a flag that says, hey, I'm black. And a blackity, 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 black. And it wasn't to today, Defo met Diddy. Hey, what's up? So today I was later on, I was listening to a fellow New Yorker, fellow tri-state resident that happened to be white. That's one Lionel. And something stuck out that Lionel said. And some of the shit Lionel said I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? But for the matter of, let's say, 80 to 85%, you could pretty much cut me on board for Lionel. As many things to pretend. I think he's a man of integral duty. Let's put it that way. Former prosecutor. Well-spoken man. As he knows, living here in the New York City tri-state area, most of the guys that talk like me are usually the guys that give you straight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's the ones that be like, well, in particularly, what I want to do is I want to botanicate on There's people for that. You know, even Lionel, when he speaks, you can hear still the tri-state in him. You understand? We respect people like that. Up here in our way, you know, if you talk, you can be intelligent as you want to, but if you can't concur with the common man, you're not going to do anything. This is how Trump won the White House again. And even though New York is a mostly liberal state, so is Connecticut. Connecticut is more liberal than New York. Trust me on that one. And it was funny because the Bushes lived here for years. I swear to God to you. Anyway, on this show today, well, I'll get back to that part in a minute. Let me finish up with this part about this particular blog in case you guys see it. So this particular blogger, they don't like me evidently because one of their friends that's also a vlogger don't like me. Yeah, it is. I know Rhode Island is too. Shout out to P-Town. Shout out to Onlyville. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to the Strand up there. Shit, I remember when the motherfucking, what was that club? I think that was back like 2004, 2005. That club burnt up down up there, that rock club. They had a rock concert and the people were using pyrotechnics or whatever. Don't forget Connecticut. I live in Connecticut. What you talking? He said, don't forget Connecticut. I live in Connecticut. What are you talking about? I'm in Connecticut right now. The station, that was it. Yeah, the station. Yeah, I live right here, bro. I used to live out in the other part of the state. So, man, listen, I done been to Senor Flacco's. My mans used to DJ there. We was on Westerly Beach. We didn't crash down on Westerly Beach. Had bonfires on Westerly Beach. Westerly Beach will similarly remind you of laws in Florida where you could walk on the beach with your drink. Even 10 years ago, you could literally walk out the bars and walk out the back of the bar, and the back of the bar is wide open, and you go right onto the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, Westerly, kidding me? Westerly, Providence Place Mall. Or I was just talking about, I was just Musquamicut Beach. Yes. Musquamicut. You know what I'm saying? All that. I know all that out there. I've lived in Connecticut most of my entire shit, my late teens going into my fucking adulthood to now. You know, this is all I know is this. I know the New York City tri-state. I know Jersey just as well. I know what's in New York definitely just as well. You know, this is my home, and so I always take offense to when people talk about up here because so many people, and I don't care from here to I'm talking about from here to Boston. So many people they have the contentions in their mind that because the way we talk and our octaves and our voice or something that somehow or another we are less than stellar in intelligence, you know. And I'm gonna prove that to you guys in a little bit here too, with another podcast I found. But let me finish this real quick. You know, Lionel pointed out some words today, and he was talking about, well, how can somebody be this pro-black or whatever the case may be, but they're not doing this? Thanks for the pass. I appreciate you, sir. And he's correct. And this was a white man saying this. You know, you have all these people that say they're pro-blackity, blackity this, blackity, blackity that. And I heard the Canadian chick saying come the same words today, too, with Jag. I heard you motherfuckers over there. Jag, stop piggybacking off of me, too. I know when you're doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was somewhere I know you wasn't at. All right, cut that shit out. Yeah. All right, cut that shit out, Huggy. I like you, but cut that shit out. Don't start doing that bullshit. Keep it straight, and there's gonna be dipping points. You understand? But they'll come back up. And when you have your dipping points, you have to have them naturally. That's always been your fucking problem. You try to rush things. Take your dipping point. I do it all the time. Okay, ain't shit going on right now. That don't mean that the motherfuckers ain't gonna come back. The matter of fact, the more they forget about you, the better off it is for you when you come back. You have never let. I swear to God, if she just learned that little one maneuver right there, she'd be so fucking all right. She get a stagnant point. Next thing, Huggy won't. Well, let me add this. Nah, bitch, don't add nothing. Just shut the fuck up. Your flow is all right. Just shut the fuck up. That is the hardest thing for a motherfucking chick to do. Shut the fuck up. Don't matter what color they are, what race they from. Just shut the fuck up. That's why it's good to have a man around you. Tell you, all right, that's enough. Now shut the fuck up. Niggas be scared of their bitches and shit. If a bitch get violent with you because you told her to shut up and it's good for her to shut up, you understand what I'm saying? You don't know who's listening. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what the reback's going to be from you telling this. Then, baby, you need to shut the fuck up. And sometimes sometimes somebody need to tell me shut the fuck up. Sometimes I do find it dear that you need to shut the fuck up, sweetheart. Don't add marinara sauce where there don't need to be no more on the pizza. You get what I'm saying there? Anyway, moving on. I heard even the Canadian chick say the same fucking thing. And she said, hey, I got all these people attacking me because of my looks or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Big Lizzo from up in Canada. She's French Canadian. A French Canadian Haitian. That's funny. That's a new one right there. But nevertheless, I call all kinds of names. I make fun of her little fat pocket she got in her neck because I think it's funny. But never do I go out of the way and say, oh, you's an ugly, horrible looking motherfucker. You's a nasty looking motherfucker. You's disgusting look. I can tell. Let me tell you something about Haitian girls. You get two types of Haitian girls. Haitian girls that want to look American or whatever. And then you'll get Haitian girls that still want to stay part of Haiti. And then you'll get other Haitian girls that live all across wherever, whatever, like her, that live in European back kind of places or whatever. And they'll adapt to whoever they are, European front. Canada is very European based once you get into Montreal and all these places. Very European based. The food, vignettes, everything. It's just that's the way it is. Bouillon, on compris, oui. So, you get this type of people up there, whatever. Point I'm getting at is I called her Lizzo and all that shit or whatever, because she do look like a Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? Lizzo's also lost some weight. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lizzo for losing that. So I'd say from my point, I don't want to tear you down. And at one point, if you remember, there was a video put up on here. I don't like the shit you say still, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't going to change. I am me. But I don't feel it's right that motherfuckers go in and call the chick ugly. She ain't ugly. Average nigga would hit that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she ain't ugly. She ain't ugly. You got a long ass face. You know what I'm saying? You got that little fat pocket in your neck. You might want to put down some of them candy bars or something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Tell your man's in the hand your apple or something. You know what I'm saying? I will say that much. But are you obese, fat, like you swole up in the screen or something? Nah, the Canadian chick ain't that. Ain't like that. Is she like a horrible person I couldn't dare to look at? Nah, I don't think so. Whatever, whatever. So y'all lean a little bit off of it. Y'all ain't gotta like what the bitch got to say. You know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of shit the bitch got to say, but y'all ain't gotta be attacking her and being like, yo, you know, every 5 minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying? And for you, the Canadian chick, you know, the Canadian owl, as I like to call her, you need to start taking some responsibility for some of the shit you say too. Because you be coming out your mouth a lot. You be talking about shit that you wasn't around. And you gonna start drawing the wrong attention from the wrong people. One being Tasha K. Let me tell you something about Tasha K. You do not want no arguments with her. Not in the sentiment where your page is currently. You ain't gonna get a come up off of that. In the place where your page is set at right now, it don't matter if you was associated with Anton LaVey or Huggy. You know what I mean? That bitch is gonna come after you, and specifically you. She won't even come after Anton LaVey over there. She ain't gonna come after Huggy. She gonna come after you because you was talking the most. And what's gonna happen after that is all her little friends, they gonna come in after you too. And it's hundreds of thousands of them motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? And so I'm telling you, fall back on how strenuous and how tight you try to talk about motherfuckers when you by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Because what you have to realize is you by yourself. Get what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like I give you an example. There's certain motherfuckers that will take up for Huggy being in the music, being that she has been in the music business before. I'm talking about Jaguar. Well, certain motherfuckers will not give you that pass. You understand what I'm saying? And she should told you that. You know what I mean? She should have told you that. It's her responsibility to tell you that. You need to tell her that. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, you've been here for a year, mommy. A year. You know what I'm saying? And so, en petite, on compris, oui? Elle est petite. La mademoiselle est petite. On compris. So, si spawn, mademoiselle, for mon bel show. On petit, on petit, on petit, on compris, oui? And you should be all right. You know what I'm saying? But I would watch what you saying. Because the last time I heard you say, you don't know nobody in the music industry. Ain't nobody to Jag. No, a lot of niggas don't even want to fuck with Jag right now. Not because she done said something about them, just because of the fact that shit they didn't heard Jag say about other people. Then there's other people that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Most of those people, they're not currently with a label. Um, they're able to travel off their catalog, or if they do have a deal, it's a very light deal. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that they have, you know, a catalog that goes back 10 or 15 years. So they can just travel on having ownership of those songs or having a deal worked out with prior labels or whoever, whatever, and travel on those songs. A lot of these niggas don't need record labels no more. I give you a perfect example. Genuine, he don't need a record label no more. You understand what I'm saying? Elder Barge, last time we worked with Elder Barge, and that was when he was with Interscope. And he was one of the most the last projects I worked on. Outside him, Nicki Minaj, French Montana, and Soldier Boy over there. And they were our distributors at one time. And so not to go too off key, but what I'm trying to say here is you don't need a record label anymore to travel. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on in Model? God damn it, where the fuck you been at? That's a low dog. What's going on? So you don't need a record label when you've got a 10 or 15 year catalog that goes back. When you've got hits, thank you very much. When you've got hits and things like that, of that matter, you don't need that. This is what you see when you see I don't know, a New Edition. New Edition, they got a stream catalog. And they one time was signed a Bad Boy, which I thought was a good album they put out, except for a couple of songs that Puff should have picked something else on that. We're gonna talk about Puff a little bit more in a minute too, because I got some things to cover with that. But so it's gonna be like maybe 3 or 4 hours. So make sure y'all lock in with me. Um, you don't need that to really move around if you're a successful artist and you're artists that previously had hits. One thing Lionel said in this conversation today, I said, okay, this motherfucker gets it. A lot of these new artists, they're not gonna have the same privilege because they don't have hits. Now, listen, a hit is very much. I come from a time. I came into music business in 1999, going into 2000, right? So there was still such thing as hits, meaning that you had a song, and they would ship the song out as if they wanted it to go platinum. They wanted it to go whatever, whatever. That literally, they would ship out as many units, and it would take, and usually probably an extra, I don't know, like an extra 2,000 more to, you know what I'm saying? If that was a need to make sure that that album got to where it went to. There was a lot of different mechanisms that went into it, or whatever the case may be, and motherfuckers did it right. And so, hold on one second, somebody trying to call me a nigger. Excuse me, y'all. So, anyway, long story short, what happened was, I think I'm gonna say, Soldier Boy, then Nicki's Crowd, then Drake. And around about Drake, that's when it starts dissipating as far as like hits. And what I mean by that is, if you look at a song like Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj, that was amongst some of the fewest remembering songs that you've heard in a minute that people just will not forget. You can turn that song on right now and it has a memory frame attached to it. A lot of songs before they charted, they had a memory frame. You know what I mean by that? Like, I cannot explain it to you guys because other people know what I'm talking about. That's why I have a lot of confusion, because I talk to you guys like you're in the music business. You understand this shit, but you don't. Okay, this is the best way to explain it. If you have a song and that song has a memory attached to it, like every year I have a set of songs that somehow or another get attached to the moment I'm in. Like, for example, this past summer, the song that would have been attached to a lot of moments I was in was I Ain't Never Been the Same, Baby. I do you wrong, I can feel you good, baby. I forgot what that nigga say. Tommy something. I'm gonna super for you, and I wanna be so happy, but I wanna be $1 million, baby. Y'all remember that shit? That was my song this summer. Like, I had my little speaker, I was popping that shit because that was my wave right there. I was like, that shit remind me of some retro 80s skateboard for real type shit. Like, and I've always been into shit like that, so it was rocking with me. Um, the summer before that was definitely Drake's album. No, the summer before that, it was definitely Drake's Scorpion album. Then last year it was Drake's album as well. So a lot of times what people forget, if you over like, I don't know, 25, 30, 35 years old, you start attaching yourself to songs, and those songs attach themselves to moments of yours, and they stay with you. You understand what I'm saying? So like now when you hear that song and it's playing 10 years later, 15 years later, damn, that song remind me of that time we was hanging out and having that pool party, or that song remind me of that time we was traveling and we was over here. That song remind me of that time when so-and-so passed away, or that song remind me of when so-and-so and them got married. Those are the things that make hits. You understand what I'm saying? Because you have an emotional tie attached to it. So when you get artists like, I'm gonna go back and say the last group of artists you probably had like that was like Whitney Houston, and she had writers. Michael Jackson had writers and arrangers, but what I'm saying is those were the groups of last artists that really had that attached to them. You know, once you get into like mid 2000 something, I think the rotation is what really changed everything. They ramped up the rotation, meaning that there was a lot of money being lost at that time because everything was so slowly making itself in transition to digital files, which is ironic as hell to me because Congress had just held Napster in account, put them in front of the Congress and everything else or whatever. And then not even a year or two later, Steve Jobs comes with the Apple Store. You know what I mean? And so it kind of like slapped the Napster creators, only two of them, slapped them kind of in the face of what they were doing. If you're not familiar with Napster, it was a place where you could go get free files, like in the form of MP3 and MP4. That's where I found out about them from the first time. I didn't know what a fucking MP3 file was. I was like, is this a virus? I remember asking somebody that. I was like, is this a virus? This just say MP3. What this mean? It was like, nah, this is for music. I said, oh, okay. And then I learned, but um Napster was doing the same thing that iTunes later on ended up implementing. It was almost like they stole from them, in my opinion. But anyway, that's the last groups of artists that you saw when they stayed that transition from physical entities. I guess that's what a lot of people would say. And we saw this transition when I came into the music industry. We had, and I've shown you guys on camera now, we had one of the largest music retailers attached to our building, which is BMG. Our building was a BMG building, Bertelsmann Music Group. That's what it stands for. It's a German conglomerate. It's out of Germany. And next to us, we have Virgin Megastore, which is owned by Steve, what's his name? Steve Branson, I think that's his name or whatever, over there, ironically enough, in Australia. You know what I'm saying? And so it's funny because I'm talking about the Lido too. Anyway, he was in Australia, and Sir Richard Branson, I believe that's his name, goes by. He had Virgin Megastore, and that's what they were doing. They would sling. You go in there, they had like 40 listening stations. These joints were in England, they were in Australia, they was in America, they was everywhere. Florida, any major city you could think of, you would see that. Tower Records, a Capital. What was I think it was the other ones? Capital, Tower, and Virgin Megastore. And then there was another one, FYE. FYE was the other one. FYE still got some stores open, believe it or not. But the majority of them are closed. You know what I'm saying? And so it made that transition from physical entities to digital entities. And I think there you started getting placement where you could ready and speed up the process of divvying out money, divvying out music. And that's what definitely began quickly. Because now we saw that it wasn't the same tamed, painstaking, time consuming. Um, it takes a long time to roll out an album. Preparation for it takes at least 6 months back. 6 months back. What's going on, Rodrigo? It takes at least 6 months back. So it's like if you're launching an artist or whatever, I mean, most of the time they're thinking a trajectory of when they want to be launched, or the company wants to be launched, or the trajectory date that they have for a launch for them. And it can get very confusing because things can happen within that 6 month period. You know, a nigga could break their leg. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't perform. How we gonna launch an album? You can't even do in stores and perform and stuff. You get what I'm saying? And so that used to be the regular, like that same music store I'm talking about, Virgin Megastore. Motherfuckers used to do walkthroughs in there. You could go in there, you could talk to the artist. The artist wasn't in threat they was going to get attacked, or somebody had a cell phone and was going to say something goofy to them and film them. They would just go in there, get a signature, smile with the artist, and walk out. And it wasn't that interpersonable as it is now, where you got these guys, they want to tweet everybody, add everybody, you know what I'm saying, and add everybody in the at me's and all this shit or whatever. And more importantly enough, you live in this digital age now where it's so succumbed by digital influence that it's no longer even fun. And that's something else that this guy plugged in on. And I've talked about this before. If y'all remember me talking about this, you one of my old Ahmad L remember me having this conversation because he's been here with me a long time. Ahmad L, you remember when I had the conversation and I was talking about because he brothers listen to the conversations I have about music. But I had a conversation about how this AI thing, they actually needed to start coming up with and doctoring up right now, ASAP, as I'm speaking. And I'm talking about everybody at BMI, everybody at ASCAP. Y'all need to start getting on this where we regulate what's going to come through as far as the Sam Goodies was the other one too, y'all. We got to start regulating. We got to start regulating. Sam Goodies was at the Providence Place Mall that I'm thinking about. He said, yep, I remember. We have to start regulating what can be made. And it's going to be a lot of regulation as far as AI music development. I think it's going to be a lot of, it should be a lot of perimeters put on it. And I don't think the perimeters should be put on necessarily creativity wise. I think financially wise, they should. I think financially, you shouldn't have music artists that is worth less than an AI generated materialized song. And the reason I say that is, as a songwriter that writes both rap music and R&B music, I can tell you for a fact, the composition of writing a song can take you to get it right. Shit. You better do a minimum 2 to 3 rewrites. I'm gonna give y'all some game. You better do a minimum 2 to 3 rewrites. Even if you think the shit is perfect, do a rewrite. And even if you don't pick that rewrite, keep the rewrite anyway. Because later on, something else might come to you. Always keep the rewrite that you did. Don't ever throw away the rewrites. Like if you do 3, 4 rewrites, keep all 4 versions. Because one day you might come back to it. It might even be the day before you even drop. You'd be like, you know what? I like that version better because now I can hit this chord like this. And I ain't think about taking this and arranging this or having a choir here or having a pause here with the vocals or you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things transpire. I've walked away from songs, and that's why it's taking me so long to drop my project. Because I will walk away from my stuff. We will hear it in the studio over the monitor speakers. Sit there, R&B is hard as fuck to write. Sit there and trust me on this. I had to teach myself. I had to literally teach myself because the patterns I'm writing raps, right? They usually don't go out of 16 to, I don't know, 16, 12, or 8. You understand? Those are always a pattern. 16, 12, or 8 for me. You understand what I'm saying? So I could do an 8. An 8 is short, but 8 is usually because you accompanying somebody or you either got somebody else on a verse with you and y'all doing back and forth or shit like that. Nobody really does that no more. So 8s are not even that. You know what I mean? The 12s are usually reserved for if you got something you halfway singing through it and you halfway rapping through it. But the 16s, those are customary. That means, yo, we want to hear a whole fucking verse from you. I don't care if the verse is a minute and minimum 50 seconds, 30 seconds. That's a whole 16 you can scorch in there. So what I had to do was to take that from right in that style and basically being like boom, 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 boom. And you start getting a pattern in your head. Like rappers that write, y'all know what I'm talking about. You start getting a pattern in your head. So you don't even have to pace yourself. But I pace myself as I'm writing. So I'll be like boom, 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 boom. A rapper, very famous rapper taught me that. It's always worked for me. Other thing you need to do is learn your breathing. Your breathing. If you don't know how to breathe right, you're gonna fuck up. And that's if you smoke, don't smoke or whatever. Um, and there's other things too, but don't nobody donate to me, so fuck, I'm giving y'all free game for fuck that. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of going to it. So I just gave y'all some gems that most people in the music industry are gonna tell you. And it took me 10, 15 years to find out myself through trial and error, a lot of it, and a lot of it just through the accompaniment of people being gracious enough to be like, yo, boom. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Sammy Davis Jr. smoked to the day he died. Merv Griffin smoked to the day he died. George Burns smoked to the day he died. And they smoked cigars on stage. You understand what I'm saying? This man, George Burns was how old was George Burns? Y'all 103 years old? You know, everybody's body don't operate the same. Everybody doesn't have the same DNA structure, DNA buildup, or anything else or whatever. I'm not saying that I'm countering fully what you're saying, but what I'm saying is everybody built differently. Nigga, if you really think at 23,000 subscribers, I'm gonna specifically shout you out. Or is that Hami? Is that Hami? Hami Smallville? What's up, cocksucker? You still coming in with the fake profiles, are you? Anyway, let me tell you something, right? I don't be caring about like people. Yeah, that was Hami Smallville. He's a sneaky bastard. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I know a certain motherfucker. Whitney Houston smoked cigarettes. You ain't never hear no bad shit from her, did you? There's a whole bunch. That's what I was just thinking to myself. I was like, shit, Black Rob smoked. Who else smoked? I think Cassie smoked here and there. Babs used to smoke. Um, who else used to smoke cigarettes? I'm trying to think. And I'm just sticking with bad boy niggas right now. I think that's about it. That's about it that I can think of off the top of my head. But I know a lot of motherfuckers you so there's a whole bunch of legend. Shit, Tupac smoked, nigga. You know what I'm saying? On stage, in interviews. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, a lot of performers smoke shit. Willie Nelson been smoking weed since 1950 some shit. And that motherfucker still perform. Willie be Willie be playing. Willie got the real backwoods. I think like the backwoods itself came from Willie Nelson. Rodrigo say you ain't never lied. Willie Nelson been smoking weed. Willie Nelson been smoke more weed than Snoop Dogg. Like if him and Snoop got into an argument, it would have to be him. Like like let me put it this way. Snoop Dogg looks up to Willie Nelson and Cheek and Chong. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know Cheech and Chong? You know what I'm talking about. But Cheech and Chong and Willie Nelson are probably people that Snoop looks up to when it comes to that shit. I'm trying to tell you, because them motherfuckers right there, shit. Y'all go watch this one movie by Cheech and Chong. All right, Tommy Chong and Cheech Moran. He's from L.A. Go check this one joint out called Up in Smoke, and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Be like, oh, Snoop ain't doing shit with these motherfuckers. These niggas would have had Snoop laid out somewhere. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Word. Honorable mention to Be Real from Cypress Hill. Honorable mentions to Be Real from Cypress Hill. Definitely. Nice dreams. Up in Smoke is a classic. Hell yeah, man. Up in Smoke is definitely a classic. Definitely a classic. That's why I pointed them to that one. There's a whole bunch of them that Cheech and Chong had. Cheech and Chong. One is Tommy Chong is like half Asian and half white and half Indian. And Cheech Moran, he's straight up Mexican. You know what I'm saying? He's been in a whole bunch of movies like Machete with Danny Trejo. Everybody know Danny Trejo. That's the big nigga, the big Mexican nigga that really did jail time for killing a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Out in San Quentin. Shout out to Danny Trejo. You know what I mean? He owns a whole bunch of taco trucks stands now in LA. But yeah, the reason I boil all that up or whatever, I was going off to the side a little bit. But my point being is, and I'll go back to it, you don't have any classics anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And you see how Ahmad El wrote Up in Smoke is a classic. You don't even have movies you can really call a classic. Tell me a classic movie that you found before. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you'll never know. Anybody come in here talking about who am I and that my fucking name is on the screen? Anyway, tell me, right? Like if someone wrong, who are you? Bye. Like, let me tell y'all once again, right? Um, you don't have any classic records anymore. Tell me a record that you remember from 5 years ago in the chat room. And that's why I agree with Lionel today when he said that. They turned TV off. Yeah. I'm not often mention to people that I used to dance on direct effects on MTV for 2 seasons. Literally, we used to film like 2 to 3 episodes in a day. You understand what I'm saying? Anywhere we go, and I'm talking about this was like 3 times out of the week. The producer, he's also from Connecticut, very good friend of mine. I just seen him right before the pandemic started. Shout out to Terrence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I danced on that joint around everybody. I danced when and I did mostly when the performances were happening. So Eve, Ja Rule, DMX, who was on there with Ludacris, numerous different people, Mariah Carey, um, Missy Elliott. I like literally I danced for all every time they broke a new single, they would come in there. It was a televised program. Right in the same studio or next door in the next studio. They had TRL live, and a lot of people used to gather right in front. I tried to show that and recreate that for y'all. I think I got another idea how I'm gonna do that too again. But yeah, man, we it was a great time. And I heard somebody say today, they was like in that same diatribe, it was like these people are stuck in time. No, we ain't stuck in time. No. See what y'all think is, and I think this is what they think. They think if Puff goes away, if Jay goes away, if whoever else they want to go away, that this happens to ironically be black and not white, which is funny to me because these ain't the niggas signing the checks. You understand what I'm saying? These ain't the motherfuckers signing the check. We know the niggas is signing the checks, don't we, Gary? Don't we, Dane? And so that's why y'all kind of look at this with a raised eyebrow the same way I do, and even some to the point of trying to look past it and not recognizing it for what it is. The best way you can get it to the people is make them destroy themselves. You see, you make them figure what's better than us. And what's better than the recreants of us? And I'm not saying that Diddy's innocent, and I'm not saying that Jay-Z fully innocent. I don't know what the fuck they did or didn't do. They had to call the fire department from 5D was bringing, factory. But it's crazy because with that being said, right, and whether they're guilty or not guilty, whatever, the court will find out. You know, we'll find out from there in this country. But regardless of that, one thing I find funny is the enthralled enthusiasm from so many people that walk around. They talk about, yeah, brother. Yeah, that's why I tell niggas don't call me brother in here. I block you automatically. Like I don't fuck with that brother shit. Only person who was allowed to call me bro in here was Ahmad L. You know why? Cause Ahmad be there all them times when you really meet a motherfucker, Ahmad show up. The old gal show up. I got 23K and going on 24K thousand subscribers, and I can count how many people actually donate to me. You understand what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna circle back into that too, because somebody decided to throw another podcast on behalf of their favorite podcaster about me. That's just crazy. Anyway, long story short, you don't have these hits anymore out in the street. You understand? And it's shrinking up the game. Even what you would call a hit, and thank you, Omar. Even what you would call a hit nowadays ain't even actually a hit no more. It's just something that's here for the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the rotation on the music now from the digital perspective. That's why I went so far as I was talking about digital shit. I've talked about all this stuff for the past 5 years. I've gotten on here talking about musical theory. It goes on deaf ears. It's certain people like Ahmad. I had another listener, Nat. She used to get that. A couple other people, whatever. But most people they don't get that shit, and they don't want to get it. You know what I'm saying? I know Annette be over there with Jag nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I still love you though, Schwicky. I still love you. You know what I'm saying? I still love you. That's my never talk ill of Annette. That's my bitch right there for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that won't happen. That won't happen. That won't happen at all. I heard somebody mention you the other day. I was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. I can't get into nothing, Kendrick. You know, like I repeat what my man said off my Math Hoffa shit. Kendrick's voice, this annoys me. You understand what I'm saying? Like for the age I'm at as a rapper, and I've heard better lyricists, not necessarily lyricists, but better voices than that. His voice sounds really squeaky to me. Where Drake shit sounds like, even though it's monotone, it's real smooth. And so what you're getting nowadays is you're getting these rappers. You got a whole slew of rappers that don't rap in a normal octave that most rappers will rap in. So like, one of those best examples of that from the era that I know would probably be Old Dirty Bastard. A lot of niggas from the Roots. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Thought from, think what you want to about him. Black Thought from the Roots was rapping like a nigga in Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? MC Guru was from Boston, and he was rapping. I met this man before. He was rapping like a dude from Brooklyn. Everybody thought he was from Brooklyn. He was really from Boston. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's the stretch of how our octaves all sound the same up here in the Northeast. That's what I'm pointing out to you. You understand what I'm saying? Black Thought was from Philly. Feel me? So everything from Philly on up, not Pennsylvania, but Philly. Philly on up into Boston, it pretty much all sound the same. And there's differences. Like we're definitely different from Boston people. We're definitely different from Rhode Island people. But overall, if you took us out of this area and put us into another area, the first thing we're gonna say, yo, where you from? Yo, I'm from Connecticut. Well, really, I'm from Jersey. What's up? Yo, over here. We on this shot. Where you from? Boston. Oh yeah, well, come on over there. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. So, for most part, it's actually Mac Penn's finest already. Yeah, my grandfather, like I be telling people all the time, my grandfather's from Philadelphia. Like I'm just like my grandfather in a lot of ways. My grandfather would do the same thing. I ain't talking to a motherfucker. Where my pistol at? That's what he would be like. You know what I'm saying? So be glad I ain't implement all him in me. I have some pulls about my grandfather, my mother's father. He ain't play that shit. White people, black people, everybody can get it. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was. Don't make me go get my motherfucking pistol. I'll shoot this whole motherfucker up. Like he used to have a partner he served in the war with or the service with or whatever. Let y'all see the jacket real quick. You know what I'm saying? Big on the back of it right here. You know what I'm saying? RPBIG. We always talking about big all the time. RPBIG. You know what I mean? Shine little light something, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'll talk about that a bit. I'll come back to that in a minute. I want to say this shit the right way. I don't like See, sometimes I'll be caught up in saying something and I have to catch myself because I'll be like, yo, don't say it that way. Because some people, they'll get, thank you. Some people, they'll get, a little flustered. So sometimes when y'all hear me just skip and going to something else, it ain't because I forgot necessarily. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I just be like putting an edit on what I say because niggas will take what you say off your podcast and then run with it. You understand what I'm saying? Like they'll literally run with it, and they'll be like, "He said this and this," and then they'll this, And there's some things where you say things that are blatant, and then there's some things where you say something. Okay, that's just conditional. So, let me talk. Let me talk. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We had to have the Nets colors up here in the Nets and the Mets. So we do both with this. Um, what was I going to say? This is what I wanted to just circle back to, and I swear to God to y'all, I'm gonna get into the regular stuff y'all like to hear about, all right? But I gotta defend myself. Um, there was somebody last night that had a podcast in a private space, right? Meaning like their membership rule or whatever. And they had it on behalf of another podcaster who I know. I ain't gonna say your name. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: it wasn't pork chop. I'm gonna say that it wasn't pork chop. So listen, pork chop. People know who I'm talking about when I say pork chop. Oh, you put a monkey emoji. Oh my God, I'm gonna stop vlogging now. I'm so insulted. You put a monkey emoji in here. It's all over. Somebody give me some pills and some wine. He put a monkey emoji in my thing. Guys, oh my God, my self-esteem is over. Nigga, gonna get the fuck out of my chat room anyway. So this other particular vlog, they I guess are a subscriber or something to this other vlogger, right? So they decided that they was gonna have a little powwow about, yes, sir, myself. And it was this morning, a female sent me a link to the shit. And that's probably that person right there that liked it because you are a subscriber about it. And so I listened to this shit and I was like, wow, that's crazy. So within the live, they're telling people, oh, yeah, and he claims he used to work for Bad Boy, and he claims, and like they were trying to denounce me. You understand what I'm saying? Like that was their whole modus operandi. Let's denounce this guy as much as we possibly can because we ain't valid. And since he is valid, we have to denounce the people that are valid. That way, the people that are unvalid, they didn't have a space because we got rid of them. We exposed them, nigga. You can't expose me, nigga. I've worked at Bad Boy for 17 years. I've been up under Puff. We've been city to city with these niggas. I got the pictures, video, and everything else that I put up here openly on my own to show niggas my background. So I don't have to do none of that. You, on the other hand, you do have to do that. And if you only got, let's say, what was it, 4,000 something followers, you really need me more than I need you. You understand what I'm saying? And even the bloggers that got 500,000 followers, you need a nigga like me more than I need a nigga like you. See, where they get it messed up is they think that I want Anton LaVey Atwood to mention my name for fucking what? I don't want to be associated with that shit. They think that I want what's the other character's name? The French chick up there in Canada to mention my name. Nah, I no. I just want you to hear what the fuck I'm saying, and then we move on. We don't do that shit up here. I don't want to go back and forth. I go back and forth with you. It's gonna end up. Yeah, let's not do that. So like for me, anyway, for me, right? For me, you understand? When I hear people do shit like that and they go into private rooms, and I've been sitting up here explaining this shit now for weeks, and like y'all niggas don't believe me or think I'm lying or some, I don't know what it is. It's just depressing to me. And I'll say, yeah, that did bother me. It did bother me that people that don't even know me, you've never spoken to me before, or based off association with someone. What am I supposed to do? Get in a time machine and be like, hiffle, whiffle, whiffle, do. Let's go back to just before 2002 so I can remove myself just for you away from my opportunity that I had. You're telling me, yo, I wish you never had any opportunity and I had nothing to do with nothing. A lot of other niggas ain't had nothing to do with nothing. And you're saying fuck them too. So that's why I said when you get this whole attitude of like, let's destroy just the black sector and the rap sector. It sounded like a coordinated plan to me. You understand what I'm saying? Which they betted on the greater parts of the masses would introduce themselves into getting involved in. And why do I say that? I say that because, You know, you can. I know how we do things in this shit. I don't want to say too much, but I know how we do things in this shit. And this is by the fact that a lot of authorities, a lot of the courtrooms, even the judge, is letting certain shit get out and get around and circulate. All stands for a purpose. But it's more important and impactful to know this. If you sit around and that's all you do is create sabotage, create chaos. See, this person's intentions were I was gonna come back. See, this was the setup was. I was gonna come back. I was gonna mention them. I was gonna talk about them and blah 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 blah. Excuse me for 1 second. You a rat? Really? All right, so produce something about me then, nigga, right now. Right now. Right now. Produce something about me right now, nigga. Go ahead, I'm waiting. See what I mean? This is this type of shit I mean right now. Produce something about me right now. Go ahead, we waiting. Come on, John. John, I ain't gonna block you. Produce something about me right now, you lying bitch ass nigga. Your mama ain't shit. Your daddy ain't shit. Your family ain't shit. Produce something, nigga. Go ahead, we waiting. Everybody, we waiting on John. Since you want cool niggas and cold niggas, the shit you just said, nigga, for real, I get you the fuck up out of here for some shit like that in real life. So I want to hear something you got to say. You don't know me, nigga. Who? Okay, so tell me who you are if you know me. If you know me, who am I? And produce what you said I did. Go ahead, we waiting. Go ahead, we waiting. We waiting. Come on, where's it at? Where's it at? Everybody, we waiting. We wait. Let's wait. Let's wait for him. Let's wait for him. Let's wait for him. Where is it at? Where is it at? What you got? I still ain't blocked you. What's happening? You don't know me, nigga. And I don't know you. So why you in here pretending like niggas don't? See, this is a problem. So prove what you saying, nigga. Prove what you saying. Because ain't nobody gonna agree with what you saying in real life. Nigga, first of all, I don't sell drugs, my nigga. Let's start there. You do. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trolling, bro. I don't. Now I turned into I'm trolling, bro. I don't know you. All right, that's what I thought, nigga. That's what the fuck I thought. That's what the fuck I thought. Go troll somebody else, nigga, before you get fucking killed out here, nigga. Fuck you talking to, nigga. For real, I'll take your fucking life, bro. You see what I mean? Shit like that. Now y'all see it for yourself. Now y'all see it for yourself. I don't even know that man. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even know that man. That's why I was like, I don't know no motherfucker named John. I wouldn't hang around with no motherfucker named John. You see that shit, Amadell? You see that shit, right? I can't make this shit up. I can't make this shit up. Nigga talking about the block. I'm like, yo, son, I ain't been on the block since like 2001, something like that. Like, niggas don't be on the block. Like, who the fuck stand on the block and sell drugs? This nigga was talking some shit like 90, like this is 98. That's a nigga stuck in a time warp. What the fuck? Man, let me write my shit up on the screen, man. These niggas is talking shit to me. This only on YouTube, man. You can come on here, have a motherfucker talk shit about you, and then don't get a dime out of nobody. Nobody takes up. Like, yeah, this nigga was talking like it was the 90. Yo, you told on the block, son. I said, who? Who? Like, producer, I'm waiting for you. Then he went into, he know me, you know me in real life. Oh, who are you? I don't know no nigga name. I know everybody that I fuck with, and they don't fuck with no nigga named John. All right, for real. If your name, listen, if your name may have been Cinzia, Salvatore, Mario is a person I know, Marshall Saron. If it had been somebody like that, I would have known who you were. You understand what I'm saying? But I definitely ain't never hung out with no nigga named John, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I knew you was crowning. Then he wrote, at the end of it, he wrote, I don't know you in real life. I was just trolling, bro. Don't troll me on nothing like that, nigga. For real, ever. See what I mean? So now, let me continue my story. These motherfuckers went into a private area, one of the membership walls, and had a conversation with me. And that's why I'm kind of glad he did that shit. Had a conversation about me and was telling all kinds of lies about me, just like y'all saw that motherfucker on my screen or whatever. So what it does is, when they have those little meetings, it don't matter if it's 10 people in there. What them 10 people do is they frequent 15 to 20 other different podcasters, right? So if one of them podcasters mention your name or show something to go along with you or something that your name come up or whatever, first thing they try to associate your name with is some sham or scam or some shit like that. Mind you, there's videos on my channel. Every time a nigga motherfucker donate to me, I'm showing you what I did with the money. Ahmad L has donated to me several fucking times. I show him every time, yo, this is what I did with the money because he donates significantly. So I always show him, yo, this is what I did with the money. I took the one jacket that I'm wearing right now is off of him. You understand what I'm saying? I got this long ass jacket. Y'all know the long joints everybody running in the Northeast now. They come on passion knees. I got one of them joints. You understand what I'm saying? Like the old the goose down joints, the joints that go all the way down by your leg, but the German joints, not the American joints, the German joints. I got one of those. That shit came in handy this winter. I ain't even wore my other two jackets. I got two other complete jackets. I got a, what is that one? That one's a Calvin Kenneth Cole, and then the other one in there is my Hilfiger joint, and then I got this one right here. You know what I'm saying? I bought a dolly thing, which I need a new one. I want the electronic one. That shit is like $125. I told niggas just meet me halfway. Help me with 65 of it. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want to do that, but what they want to do is they want to sit out here, and I'm seeing niggas financially support niggas in England and Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like the chick in Canada, and I listen, I ain't trying to make fun of them, I'm just keeping it a buck. The black chick up in Canada, French, the French chick from Haiti. She got on. I refuse to get on here and cry with niggas. I'm not getting up here crying with niggas. I'm not so sob story. I'm just telling you what it is. What's wrong with English and Canadian? With English and Canadians? I don't know, but fuck you. How about that? How about that? You don't challenge me, you motherfucker, you. I don't give a fuck how you feel. Let me explain what the fuck I'm saying. You sit back like the fucking rest of them and you listen. Or you could take a fucking hike. And there you go. You think you're somebody special, don't you? Oh, you still think we in the Biden era, huh? I hear you. 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 We got one that thinks we're still in the Biden era. I'll show you what we do with that one. Another one that thinks he's in the Biden era tells me to calm down on my own fucking podcast. Go fuck your mother. How about that? That's how we do it here, huh? Now, you're not going to come over here with that bullshit. You know what I mean? I have motherfuckers. So y'all see the people throwing monkey emojis in here and all that shit or whatever. Yeah, you take that Biden era shit, that Biden woke era shit. Because doing that Biden woke era shit, you go a nigga in here talking about key. Everybody in here, real quick, I'm going to get back into it. What do we say to men that come in here and their first initial comment is how another man look, what he's wearing, followed by a key emoji? We got another one of these woke niggas in here. You understand what I'm saying? Going by the name of Paul. Now, Paul, probably in the past 10 years, I ain't even got to look. I'll probably guarantee you, 9 years, I wasn't off. 9 years. In the past 9 years, the Paul's been on here. He's been a professional troll. He ain't been able to garner up any motherfucking imagination, anybody come check him out or anything else. But yet and still, Paul is here in my chat room once again on year 9, still yet to create a motherfucking profile. Create a channel, put any type of anything on it or whatever. Paul's a loser. And you're going to find many losers like Paul that circulate around like the piece of motherfucking twats that they are here on YouTube. Here, there. This is what they do. And you have to take that emotion. So bye, Paul. We're going to talk to you, Paul. Okay? Those Biden era motherfuckers like him, they're a problem. Because they're coming from an ideology of, how can I say it, entitlement. And this entitlement is inclusive of how they individually feel. And I guess I'm like one of the last remnants of people, and the youngest of class of people that know this and know the difference. Homie, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. How about that? I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I don't give a fuck about what you know. I don't give a fuck about how you live your life. Matter of fact, fuck you. How about that? And that's what needs to be said nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? We're doing all this pussyfooting from this Biden era shit and sitting around and be like, oh, let me coddle you. Did someone hurt you? Did someone do you wrong? I saw Ihan Omar and the rest of her little team or whatever, including one of our state senators, Shumna, sitting out there with this, but he loves that broad. sitting out there, tell the truth, Summer. You want to hit it, don't you? You want, she cute. I ain't gonna lie. I hit it too. You tell me nothing. Chuck Schumer is an old school pimp. You ain't no Protestant pimp. Old school Protestant pimp. Won't he do it all the time? Oh shit. Quick before I start talking about Chuck Schumer. When people that think that you're dumb, what they'll do is they'll write shit in here like this. When they do this, don't ever answer it. Because what you're doing at that point is you're conforming to whatever imagination or whatever subtlety that they try to insult you with. So when you get somebody that comes in here and says, what's 13 plus 27? They're trying to see if you're at the basis of intelligence of what you're saying. When I could tell you I'm at the accoutrement, if not the extreme of intelligence. And it's such on a basic level that it's literally going over your fucking head. I literally sit here and give motherfuckers the blueprint to every fucking question you got. And because of your arrogance and your entitlement and your preference to listen in certain different octaves other than the octave that's really there to command, you instead ignore. I'll give you a perfect example. I told a particular vlogger, since we speaking of England, I told a particular vlogger last week, what I tell you, boy? I said, hey, you might want to watch what you're talking about on your podcast because there's certain eyes is looking. I always give people this warning every time they find out the wrong way. You understand? But I always give you a warning and tell you, hey, listen, this is what's going on. There's going to be more of you coming up, not this week, but next week. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, I told you, not this week, but next week. So anyway, you sit around and find out out too. But just remember I said it so you can come back. I don't want to use his name again, but Ahmad L and a couple other people have heard me say the same thing on here. And I point them out because they've been long time listeners to me, so they know my patterns. They know what I'll say, what I won't say, whatever. And they usually know what intent I mean when I say what I say. I said before, more and more of y'all, because Anton LaVey Atwood, if memory serves me correct, you would just complain the other day how you had to take down a gang of videos, didn't you, sir? Yeah, right, lovely. Yeah, take down a whole bunch, did you? Blimers, huh? Fuck crickets for you, huh? How about we run over to the pub, get a pint real quick and talk about it, huh, mate? Have a little bit of beans. Pick the Lord. Have a grand old time talking about Diddy. That ain't Jay-Z. And my times in Liverpool and Yorkshire. Yeah. You know what's funny? A nigga think he's slick. I still got it on here too. I'm gonna play it in a second. The nigga, he tried to, matter of fact, let me grab the shit. I'll play it right now. He tried to reel in Tisa Tells, you know what I'm saying? Lisa Schmells, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That bitch said, I ain't going over here talking to them niggas. I give her that one. Because he said she never responded. We reached out to her multiple times and she's never responded. Amanda, why you always coming in here talking about she's still fine though? We know the bitch fine. I told you I hit it. It ain't the point of that. It's the point that she nuttier than squirrel shit. You understand what I'm saying? I even go as far as to say the past couple of days, she been looking really kind of tempting. A little Princess Leia shit in there. It ain't never been a problem with she's pretty. Hell, I know a whole bunch of pretty bitches, but I also know a whole bunch of crazy pretty bitches. And crazy pretty bitches always have a million things in common. One, if you break a crazy bitch, especially, let me tell you this. I even go further with you about it. I'm gonna take it there. She look like a crazy bitch that got some good vajay. That's even more dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? So say, have you ever read The Power of a Chick That's Crazy with Good Vajay? Oh, that's some different type of love right there. That's like the storms in the abyss of lust in hell itself. You understand what I'm saying? They say like the punishment for lust in hell is like so good you throw up in the air to make sunshine. God damn it! Like you go through the storms of the abyss in hell, and it's a ongoing storm or whatever. That storm is to represent your lust. You understand what I'm saying? There's no doubt in my mind. I ain't no pump motherfucker now either. There's no doubt in my mind that for safety purposes, Lisa Smells got some good vajay. She look like she got some good vajay. You know what I'm saying? She definitely somebody you would look at as you know what I'm saying, doing the do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain chicks you don't look at them when you doing the do. You don't know what I'm talking about. Who know what I'm talking about? Who know what I'm talking about? Bitch, come on back in and take his back shot real quick. Come on in this room and take his back shot real quick. What do you mean take the other boot off? I ain't gotta take the other boot off. Just slide these over to the side real quick, man. Come on, let me get done. Let me get it done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the girlfriend situation. I ain't talking about in some random situation either. But anyway, long story short, like she looked like she got some good vajay. So it's like if you couple that with a chick that's like literally nuttier than squirrel shit, you understand what I'm saying? Like just imagine she replaces the way and the angle she takes with Diddy, Jay-Z, Drake, and everybody else, right? And she get mad at you because you broke her heart or some shit. Now you the subject on her vlog. You understand what I'm saying? If your name is Devin Lewis, if your name is Ahmad L, you got big trouble and it's going to be devastating. And sources are tired. I was fucking with you, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so as far as Harley Quinn, Black Harley Quinn over here, because that's who she is. She like the Black Harley Quinn. This bitch is an arch nemesis. And see the difference between her, I don't wanna like something happen to her or something like that or whatever. Hell, for all I know, she might be a nice girl offline. You understand what I'm saying? But online, you like the Wicked Witch of the West. You know what I'm saying? I gotta call her like I see it. You know what I'm saying? And if that's her key to your character, it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Listen. Nowadays, when chicks get mad at you or whatever, you could have been knocking the back out of her. This bitch will hop online and she'll be like, yo, that nigga little dick to the motherfucker. The whole time she come up, every time you come to the door, she walk like this. What's going on? Hey, girl, how you doing? Nothing. Bitch got a wobble. Nothing. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, as far as Lisa Smells is concerned, I'm pretty sure that might be the case. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, though, hell no. I think the ultimate scary was like, check out if you got that chick knocked up, son. God damn, that'd be crazy. You'd be on your tippy toes with that. You'd be like, yo, one wrong move. I'm gonna be on this bitch whole vlog for the next year. This bitch gonna talk about me every time she gets the opportunity on her page from this point on. So you gotta be careful with women. Like one time she wrote some foul shit on her Instagram about me. She said, yeah, this nigga, he came, took me for some drinks. This is exactly how she said it. He took me for some drinks and and then didn't want to go and get some what she say, get some breakfast or something to eat after I had all this liquor in me, basically, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, bitch, I paid for your motherfucking Uber. This was not too long ago. I said, nah, bitch, I paid for your Uber to go home from where we was at getting drinks. I don't want to fuck with you like that. Like, some bitches just can't get the point. Like, some niggas just really don't, I don't want nothing from you. You understand what I'm saying? I have like homegirls that are platonic homegirls of mine. But sometimes when you meet new chicks, they'll be thinking you want some vajay out of them. I'll be like, yo, sure, I want no vajay out of you. I was just cooling with you. He go your little couple drinks, whatever, smile, you know what I'm saying? Hope to get better for you at home. You ain't your baby daddy. And peace. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing shit like that since I was like fucking 19 years old. Every now and then I like to see a bitch go out and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I like my bitch dressed a little slutty. You know what I'm saying? Go out, come on out here, bitch. Let these niggas know you got some ass on you. You know what I'm saying? For one night only. Or one night only. Or one night only. Maybe twice a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, your fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about, especially you guys have been in long-term relationships or whatever. Your chick then probably had a baby. She'd gained a couple pounds, whatever. But she still look right. You know what I'm saying? She don't look like she 25 no more, but she don't look like she 45 either. You know what I'm saying? And so you take your broad out every now and then. Y'all go to the local, no, nothing too tight, you know what I'm saying? Where she'll get disrespected, but y'all go to a nice restaurant, something, you know, go local tavern in your area, some shit like that, whatever. And she got on like kind of a semi-slutty outfit, you know, the cheeks is out a little bit, tit ties might be out in front a little bit. You seeing the cleavage, you getting the aura of it, but you ain't gonna never touch it, and nor should you, and nor should you be staring at her any longer than that. It's really for other women to look at her and be like, "Yeah, bitch, I'm still out here. That's why I kept the nigga." That's what really chicks are doing when they do that. So I ain't got no problem with my shorty going out. You know what I'm saying? Showing a little ass for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? I also know when to take that bitch home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened with Shorty. You done had enough. You can't walk to the subway, so let me call you an Uber. Motherfucker went, oh, no more, go home yet. No, because you trying to get some more drinks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bitch, I'll be good. You have 3 and you already done. So I put her ass in a little Uber, sent her home, and then I get cussed out. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Like, nah, Shorty, we just cooling. Because I can see where you coming from before you come from there. You dig me? So, yeah, I'll be watching that shit with you. Game different out here. You know, a lot of people be asking me, yo, how come you ain't get another girlfriend since your ex or whatever? I love to have another girlfriend, but the game different out here nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of chicks out here that come from free lunch tickets, from public schools and public housing projects. They got public assistance. They never seen more than $15,000 in a year, but all of a sudden they want a man to make $150,000 a year because they got a scholarship to go to BMCC or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Got a scholarship to go to BMCC, yo, nigga. Or, or, you know what I'm saying? They got to the local nursing program. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And so, it's crazy to me because I'll see these same women, they'll now turn around and they act like these same men are from the environments that they're from. They're better than these men. And they won't hold it on the accord of like, I'm a better person in society. I'm a nicer person. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm this, I'm that. Excuse me 1 second, y'all. I got a busybody bitch in here. Y'all just give me 1 second. Hi, Nikki Woo. How are you doing? Do you want some attention? You want everybody pay attention to Nikki Woo. She's coming here. Bitch didn't even say hello to me, but yet and still she's plurking questions. So I want y'all to learn. Class, this is a learning moment. These are the type of bitches I'm talking about that are online. You understand what I'm saying? These are the hoes that come into your chat room and they demand that you answer a question that they have to ask because they're just that important. They're that entitled. She said, how old are you? Why do you keep peeping from that frequency? You're going to answer my question now, nigger. That's the motherfucking perspective she came from. Bitch, fuck you and everybody living in your house, bitch. Don't you ever come back around this motherfucker hoe. Anyway. So anyway, like I was going back to, bitch, talking about frequencies and all this shit. When the motherfucking places you go to in these tea markets, that's why you came over here, bitch. Ain't nothing lower than a tea market gossiping session ass podcast. What's lower than that? Ain't nothing lower than the belly of a snake than most of these tea podcasts. You understand what I'm saying? Bro, what I tell y'all about that? What I tell y'all yesterday? Y'all remember when y'all was here yesterday? Didn't I tell y'all the bitch ass niggas always start their conversations off with bro? When they start this conversation out with bro, that means when they falling behind it, they're going to try to insult you. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. This nigga's name is Marcus. Marcus is in here looking and asking questions as his first thing about another man's mouth. But Marcus, maybe somebody got you fucked up. Ain't no suckers over here, Marcus. You understand what I'm saying, Marcus? I'll do something to you, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Don't come back over here no more. All right, cool. And get that taken care of with you being in love with boys, nigga. In here looking at a nigga's mouth, and that's your first comment. There's bitches up in here. There's bitches up in here. You understand what I'm saying? There's bitches in my exactly. Thank you, Javon. There's bitches up in here. There's bitches up in here. You over here looking at men's mouth. There's bitches all over YouTube. You over here looking at a man's mouth. That's the nigga you want to comment to, you sweet motherfucker. Sweet sissy motherfucker. Y'all better start watching some of these niggas on here. Any nigga that start that motherfucker sentence off with that bro shit, I find time after time after time, they always some fuck niggas. So watch when you catch somebody to start their conversation off with, bro, I'm not your fucking bro, nigga. Whoever started that shit, like back in the day when somebody say bro, we'd be like, yo, bro, like bro, and insinuated the shit that like at that time white kids would predominantly say. Now that you got these kids from the last generation that evidently, you know what I'm saying? I said it as a joke, but he ain't wrong. Exactly. Any motherfucker to say that bro shit, they usually starting off with some fuck nigga shit. It's a funny thing about it. Um, you'll find a lot of these podcasters. They and I noticed this in the jargon period. Like I watched with Kai Cenat, right? Kai Cenat, I believe, is either Haitian or Jamaican, one of the two. And the first thing that I found out, listen to Prove Them Wrong by Big. Nah, nigga, we ain't in here promoting your shit, nigga. You ain't even introduce yourself. Fuck you and your motherfucking signal, nigga. Talking about any support. Come support. They always want to support you, support them, but they don't want to support nobody else. I told you these individualist capitalists that they have out here. That's where y'all better identify them at. Individualist capitalists. You understand what I'm saying? Individualist capitalists. That's the world that you're living in. You understand? And within the confines of African American land. Second, y'all, I'm just sharing this a little bit. I probably ain't gonna be here, but I'll do another hour and a half because of my L here. I like to give him a shot. I don't know these people. Hold on, let me just share this a little bit, y'all, because we're gonna talk about more than that. But for some reason or another, some people think that I should speed up the pace of my show or have my show at the same pace as everybody else. I'm not like everybody else. All them niggas copy each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like they all copy each other. Half of the niggas is copying me. So it ain't nothing for me. I've been here for 5 years. I know how to keep the pace of my shit. And some people gonna like it, some people ain't. But I don't ask me to duplicate myself to be the same as other podcasters. That's corny. You know what I mean? Anyway, most of the time you get them niggas to start out a conversation, they say bro or some shit like that. It reverts back to what I was initially telling y'all, but it was somebody that had a whole podcast on behalf of somebody else. And the funny thing is, look at the messages within the section that the person sent me. She sent it to me in an email. And I'm glad you sent it to me in that email too, because I needed something like that. The way she sent, I'm gonna say that shit. The way she sent me in the email, she had gotten almost like I think it was almost upward of a gig because it took me a minute to download it. It was a gig of the video or whatever, and I like what she did. She was able to put it in this thing that attached it to an email, and I was like, "Oh, you can do that? Okay, now I know." And so I just like I unpacked the shit. It was a zip file, but I unpacked it and I said, okay, this is what I needed right here. Because we used to do that shit with music. So thank you very much for sending it to me that way. And so now I got that because I signed up for that shit and everything. I was like, oh, this is what I need right here. And it do up to like what, 25 gigabytes? I was like, oh yeah, we're good. We're good right here. So that way I could just boom, boom, here, nigga, it's right here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tried to get myself sending it, but receiving it, it was quick to download and everything else. And it came in email form. That's the part and I might post some of it up. Since I'm mentioning it. I might post some of it up. But this person was telling people don't donate to me, don't support my channel. Um, trying to present this questionable thing, and I don't know if he really worked with Bad Boy or not. And you know, I got sources that say that he did. I said, who the fuck are your sources? Like, who your sources? Because my sources say something totally different than that. And so what at least I could say with Lisa Smells, she ain't do nothing like that. I ain't go behind no Coles wall. I have the option to do the membership thing. I don't do it because Google takes too much money out of our shit already. You know, these motherfuckers take 35% out of anything we make on here. And I think many people that get advertising revenue from this motherfucker will all agree with this. Now they've started this thing where the CPMs are even lower. You understand what I'm saying? That's cost per measurement. And that means how much money we retain on each time that the ads go through and everything like that. And a lot of these motherfuckers, bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, a lot of these advertisers say shit. Some of these niggas paying anywhere between, I don't know, I think the most I've seen off of CPM so far was like $1.45. That was like one of my videos recently. That shit said $1.45. I said, oh, all right, that's cool. But that's per 1,000 views. So you have to get every 1,000 views, you're getting $1.45. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. But so when somebody goes on there and says, don't donate to this podcaster, and you happen to be the same color I am. And they also mentioned, I got to throw this in because, like I said, this is a problem with a lot of African Americans with me. They also mentioned, and he's not FBA for real. You know, like some of us were FBA and blah, blah, blah. I said, my mom, black American, son. What you talking about? He speaks Spanish. As he's saying this shit sounded like a white man. This kid sounded like a white man talking. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt like this was a racist white man talking to me, but this was actually a nigga talking. And this is why I be trying to tell you, these kids' octaves have changed up. Some of these kids that are black and Latino, they don't even sound like they're black and Latino. They sound like white kids for the suburbs. That's why I be talking about that bro shit. Because I know white kids that live in my immediate area that don't talk like that. It's only the black and Latin kids talking like that. Even white kids nowadays don't like to talk like white kids because they say our shit is being copied so much. So you get some motherfucker come up to me like, "Yo, bro," you really grew up in a household that was like, "Yo, bro." You find it kind of confusing. Well, I ain't never see you in my area, so how do you know, "Yo, bro"? You know what I'm saying? I never see you at any of our functions, so how do you know, "Yo, bro"? You know what I mean? That's what it started coming out to the white person that they're interacting with, i.e., think they're impressing. And so a lot of these white kids and Latin kids nowadays, I feel sorry for them. They don't even know their culture. Yeah, you might speak Spanish, but you talk like a. And some people say that about me. Some people say, "Well, you sound like a white dude or whatever." You know, you sound like this, you sound like that. Hey, I get it, I get it, I get it. But the difference is, I don't have to change my voice to sound like this. This is naturally how the fuck I sound. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't have to deviate to something else to. You know what I mean? I don't have to do none of that. And the way I amazingly see a lot of these kids as they're coming up, especially the ones from Generation Z, and I'll say particularly the youngest of the millennials. If you notice, they don't even sound like the black kids from last generation, and even more or less like the people from the 50s and 60s and 70s. And there was a brief period during the James Baldwin period, Maya Angelou, Angela Davis during their periods. Even Dick Gregory was part of that period where you will find this particular point where they were doing the same articulation point. Like they would overly articulate things because they believed that this was synonymous with education. And they believed that education was a pure point of making them fit in with the rest of the culture that they were trying to impress at the time. And what it did in many cases was it actually detracted the people from them and distanced themselves from them. They wasn't influenced to go get more educated. They were influenced just to listen to these people more. So these people became martyrs to them. And these martyrs, some of them, held them down like Malcolm and Martin Luther King, some will say. Rosa Parks, which coincidentally today is her anniversary, or believe birthday, one of the two. And it's unfortunate. These conversations, they make me upset because I never thought in my life, now that I'm getting older, that I would ever have to say the words that I'm saying right now. And I heard my mother these words. I heard my aunt after what happened with her concerning African Americans and then our support of her when she was on public access TV with one of the first pro African American shows. And do you know not none of these niggas that smiled in her face, not one of them was sending even $5, $10, $15, $20 to her. You know who sent money into her? White people. White people sent money into my heart. I swear to God bless her heart. Aunt Melanie, I'm speaking about you right now. Please come into my soul. Niggas would not even send. They had the same donation system. So it was public access. So they get funds from privately equited people or whatever, or just donations, period, even to keep this channel itself running. So she was dependent on that. Not only they would give her a segment for pay, but it was at the same time, it was up to her to keep certain things going. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers wouldn't even donate $5, $10, $20 or whatever, but were tuning in. They would come back to Auntie and tell her, "Yeah, I seen you this weekend." "All right, well, bitch, why'd you mail something in?" You understand what I'm saying? Like, they totally don't understand that. But when it comes to something that's obnoxious, something that's belligerent, something that's negative or whatever, they all behind it. And I tell people all the time, a nigga come home from jail right now, and he'll get more love and more support than a motherfucker graduate from Yale University. And they grew up in the same neighborhood. I can guarantee you. And they'll both go home to that same pissy ass elevator and get off on the 6th and 5th floor. And I guarantee you, that nigga coming home from jail, he will have more respect, regardless of what he did. As long as he ain't touched no kids or murdered somebody that everybody over there loved, You understand what I'm saying? They will show, look, Rodrigo, you know what I'm talking about. Like, only real niggas gonna get it. Like, that's why I said most of these people that are listening to me, these are people that sit in their households all day. Like, they ain't never been outside. So, average nigga, he coming home from jail, they'll support that nigga more than they'll support the motherfucker. There's no 10, like the nigga that's coming home from jail, they'll give him 10 grand. Some niggas will get him a car. Some niggas, like, they'll take care of that motherfucker coming home from jail. Yo, the thing in their mind is, yo, he put it down, son. He was out, he was shooting at niggas, he was selling drugs to everybody in the community. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was the man, son. That's what we idolize. And I know that vibe because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I know was those niggas before, you know? But as you get older, you change a little bit. You start thinking about things. You're like, yo, niggas is really doing a disservice. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that nigga coming home from jail, he gonna get like 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand. I done seen it. I done seen it. And people of color, they don't want to have them conversations. They want to have conversations about, oh my God, did you hear what Jay-Z did and his wife Bianca? Oh my God. Let's talk about that shit. Y'all want to talk about that shit real quick? Y'all want to talk about that shit real quick? All right, we talk about that shit. Usually Beans, boy, ain't snitched though. What you mean? Like, push that out to me. I don't know what you're talking about, son. In regards to what? I said it as a joke. He ain't wrong. Yeah, tell me what you saying on Cash Pattern. And if your name is Cash, son, I need any nigga named Cash is in my chat room right now. You got to hit the Cash app. Your name can't be Cash and you ain't donating no cash. That's confusing, my nigga. That's confusing. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? Any nigga named Cash, if you sitting there and you got the audacity to write a comment in my chat room, then you need to pass on something, homie. Where that African American male love at? Where that at? Now, I don't give nobody no shout outs on here. We don't do no shout outs on this motherfucker. Nah. You don't support, we don't do no shout outs. That's how we do. There's a lot of people that probably were over at that podcast listening to that motherfucker talking that shit or whatever. The shit don't have me stressed out. It just has me like bewildered. I'm like, damn, these is niggas doing this. Like, fuck the Klan, fuck all that. These is niggas trying to cancel other niggas. That's a problem for me. And like a lot of other people, they don't get it like that. They just like, oh, it's okay. It's no big deal. And I'm like, yo, all right, cool, bro. All right, cool. Ahmad L, make sure you do me a favor if you're still here. Write a comment somewhere because we about to take this show. I'm gonna put you over there where my other spot is. My other spot is better than this spot. Like this spot, I'm just tapping this out and utilizing it for what it is. My other spot is way better than this. Like I know I've been saying that for a while. I was gonna move everything over to the other place, but I've been over there for like what 5 months now. I was over. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I was over at this other spot. Everybody thought that was gonna pop off, but it didn't pop off for me. I don't like that spot. What's that shit called? See, I forgot the name of it too, but they were trying to say this is the alternative, and I went over there and I was just like, yo, this shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is whack. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure we get him, and I started a whole new, like literally, I only have like 6 or 7 people from over here over there. That's why they come in and I'll be like, yo, did y'all see what I feel like the other night when I was out Saturday? I filmed something for them, but I didn't film nothing for the people here on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? Because the people here on YouTube, they only support bitches is gossiping, loudmouth, hoe ass niggas, and shit like that. It's kind of like the same like equation I was giving you before. They celebrate a nigga coming home from prison before they celebrate a nigga coming home from college. You get what I'm saying? That's kind of how like the bulk of the culture is. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to just ignore that because they all seemingly now congregate here on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why lately I just been slowing down with the material. I just feed it enough to keep it going. But like other than that, I really don't like YouTube. I don't like the crowds on YouTube. It's very niggerish. Most of the people here are low vibration. They're not very intelligent, especially when you talk about the African American crowd. I think like out of 100%, you might find 35 to 40% that are actually intelligent. The rest of them are just lulled into conspiracy theories, gossiping about each other. I'm gonna expose somebody, talking like 15 to 16-year-olds. Like that bitch just wrote in my chat room, Chad Ocho Cinco, get your fat funky ass the fuck up out of here, big bitch. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the type of people that you have here on YouTube nowadays. They're very dunce ass people. It don't even matter how old they are. I have motherfuckers as old as 65 writing shit. That's what some bitch wrote the other night. That's why you got on an orange hat. You know, it's like it's some dumb motherfuckers. Like, hey, nigga that dropped out of high school and gathered it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the bro. When we realized we were looking in the cracked mirror without a mirror, we will shift. I don't like, I don't, you know what? And I think you, Joe Darasol, I think you got a good intentions, bro. But I don't believe none of that. I think it will end ultimately with Black and Latino people destroying themselves first. That's what I think. And I think they'll destroy themselves either by their, you know, greed is a sin. So it's isolation and also is individuality, idol worshiping oneself. Um, they're all sins. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like, you know, the biggest guy, you know, out here into the Bible. But what quells me to continue to talk the way I talk is because of the pure simple fact you see it happening in my chat room. There was niggas literally just here this minute ago and watch the nigga come in here and try to deter y'all from supporting me. You understand what I'm saying? You have people that come over here and watch me from other podcasters because other podcasters were talking shit about me. They won't even hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? They won't even help you along and say, okay, I might not want to donate and support you, but fuck anybody else getting in here doing it too. Hey, 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 hey. So the bottom line is most like African American Latin culture is divided into a bunch of communist, Marxist thinking motherfuckers. That if you don't think like a communist slash pseudo Marxist like they do, they're not going to invite you to the cookout, and that's quite fine with me. Y'all keep that fucking cookout. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, don't be surprised if you, never mind. Anyways. So that's what you got, a bunch of pseudo-Marxist, pseudo-communist thinking motherfuckers. Anytime a group of people tell you, I know communism, yo soy la cubano la mareno. When you take a certain group of motherfucking individuals that think like Juan, that think like Fidel, you understand what I'm saying? That throw in the Marxism of Mussolini and Stalin, which is socialism of Stalin. What you get is you get people that are very twisted up in their motivations and they'll say and do anything. You understand what I'm saying? These people are more dangerous than any far right winger. I'll say they'll go farther than any far right winger. You understand what I'm saying? Because the pure simple fact, the Marxists and the communists, they have a different agenda. Their agenda is they're going to make you feel the way they feel. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like, you beat me up in 9th grade, now I'm going to get you back now I'm 50. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of people you have in that woke crowd. And so some of them are coming to the realization that woke time is over. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody with that no more. But some of them, they're still going to bask in until they find out and hit a brick wall with their little tactics they're trying to do now in the Trump Biden, Trump era, continuing on into the future. So I mean, that's on them. You know, it's a different president. I'm not endorsing either or. I'm just telling you what you up for grabs, and the society has changed and will change even more. I said this now 3 words. I've been said that shit. You know what I'm saying? The world is changing. Not only that, it's 2025, very different from 2020 when we started with Biden and the fucking pandemic. We came into a presidency in a pandemic. I think a lot of people keep on forgetting that. You understand what I'm saying? We came into a presidency during a pandemic. We had an election during a pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? So let's keep that in order and keep that in mind. That shit was still going on at the time Joe Biden was put in there. And there was a whole bunch of people in there from the squad and all these other fake misandrists, fake pseudo-intellectual, wannabe, intelligent type individuals that had all these markers of what they had learned in our nation's collegiate universities about Marxism, socialism, and communism, and somehow fused all these motherfucking ideas together and dished them out in the form of woke shit. So, for example, if we don't like somebody, we don't like what they said, now that we're just going to disagree with them and have a debate like we traditionally did, no, we're going to group together a whole bunch of people. We're going to go over there. We're going to make sure that nobody supports them. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's extremism. And that's where African Americans are in now. They really don't understand. Your agents are far right wingers now, the majority of you. Good job. Are you gonna tap dance and shine some shoes for us next? What's the next one? Banjo playing, maybe, perhaps? No? Banjo playing? Okay. And only niggas that don't understand that teeter of thinking are not gonna understand what I'm saying. So I'm not offended if 5 of you drop out. You're the agents of far right wingers, not necessarily racist, but far right wingers. You are the agents of them because, and I'm gonna tell you why you are. The majority of you are probably like a 70 to 80% rate, especially the ones who were screaming, "How come you didn't vote for Kamala? Koala Bear lost because of you niggers. Fucking black niggers, they want to vote for Kamala Bear. Goddamn Latinos didn't want to vote for Koala Bear either. Fuckers." That's what all the chicks were saying. "Why the fuck do you want to vote for Koala Bear, you motherfuckers, and all you men? And we hate all of you. We're going to hold back for Jay the whole year 2025. And any of you bitches selling for Jay for 40 hours, I swear to God, me and my girls are going to jump you." The bitches was so loud talking about we ain't giving no bitch out for a year. We started this movement and real bitches was looking at them like, I don't know what you came up into, but you ain't important enough for us to be wondering about it. How about that? See your bitch ass later. Oh, it'd be some nigga coming in. What did I run into? What's this podcast about? Nigga, get your fucking sissy ass out of here. You always got the motherfuckers that come in here. You've been on here 18 years and got 10 followers. Talking about what in the world are you? You're the creme of motherfucking YouTube subscribers, right? What the hell did I just run into? I looked at that nigga shit. That nigga been here for 10 years and got 6 subscribers. You ain't even beneficial to yourself. God damn. He ain't even beneficial to himself. Oh boy. All right, we're gonna play something here. Because I want to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they go Lisa Smell. She on there talking about Rocky. She an expert on everything Harlem now, from a California perspective. She been to know who A$AP really was. Nas, all that. You know what I'm saying? First, she know everybody up in Harlem. Lisa Smells be up in Harlem all the time with us, I gotta say at least a couple things. Whatever. I was reading something last night from this publication right here. This is why I be having a problem with Lisa Smell. See this right here? This is a Filipino publication written in the Philippines. And there's a lot of these that do reporting on America from the Philippines, Vietnam, China, and a couple other different places that do reports on Diddy and all the different artists or whatever. And as you can see, it should be in here. Yeah, you'll see the person that wrote it. Jaja Agola. And that's probably not even a real name. A lot of times they usually do that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wrote in by, what's the name? Nigger, give some money for Ukraine. I want to buy a new car. And notice he put in the end of it, bro. Well, I don't know, man. Because, I got a little system of what I do, right? First of all, don't ever come to my chat room calling me a nigger when you look like a fucking... Don't ever come in my chat room calling me a nigga when you look like a fucking Frankfurter. 5 years ago, no subscribers. Now we ain't talking to you no more. Anyway, see, that's what I be trying to tell you. That dude right there that just wrote that, he was black. Anyway, long story short, called me a nigger. Nigger. He wanted like that. Anyways, you see this right here. This publication is literally from the Philippines. If you go down here, you'll see that all their stories are stories that happened in the Philippines. You understand what I'm saying? That's all thing you got to do. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, just remember this for the future reference. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, what you're going to find here is you're going to find out what this publication delves in. So they delve in things that have happened in the Philippines. As y'all can see that? Rice prices. Look at the languages written in. This is all the next set of articles for the same page. Here, you don't believe me? Look, Here's some more of it. Look at the people, here's pictures. Now you can see even better. See these people? These people are Filipino. Yeah, it's written in English because a lot of Filipinos speak English. They also speak Spanish. It's a former Spanish colony. I had a friend named Jonas Sanchez. He looked like he was Asian and he's Filipino. And what's his name? He spoke Spanish. So see, this is all. I'm scrolling so you see more of it. See this? All this stuff happened in the Philippines. Yesterday, she read this article from this publication right here. That was my point. And I was like, how do you present that to your audience? And the conjecture of this context of this conversation, before I go any further, with Lisa Smells, when she was reporting, yeah, Trump, Diddy's going after Trump and he's begging on his hands and knees to Trump to give him a play. I'm like, bitch, he ain't got to beg on his hands and knees. Trump does. Let me tell you something. If Biden, do y'all know the shit that Hunter Biden did? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think a lot of these black people were very privy to anything going on other than wanting to assassinate their own. Do you know what the fuck Hunter Biden did? There are actual pictures with Hunter Biden, actual pictures, because y'all get off on saying, oh, well, Diddy's seen beating up Cassie. Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. Diddy, you shouldn't have beat the bitch up. I give you that. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't have beat that bitch up. I'm not gonna sit here and act like this bitch is innocent. We was around this bitch. This bitch like to party, get drunk, get high, all that. Till I said it. You understand what I'm saying? Till I said it. You understand what I'm saying? That was you. You understand what I'm saying? There's more than enough video out here, even without me producing it. There's more than enough video out here to prove my point. You was a party animal, mama. I know the town you come from in NL. You understand what I'm saying? I know how small NL is. So you take somebody out of NL, Connecticut, and you put them into Manhattan, Miami, LA, or whatever for the first time, and you know the demographics of that fucking town, you gonna understand real quick why it would be so easy for a chick like Cassie to go out here and start acting buck fucking wild. You understand what I'm saying? It's very easy to understand. It's like that. It's like the young girl that gets off the bus in LA. Why are you out here? I want to be an actress. And then you find your way into the actress realm or whatever, but you from Tupelo, Mississippi or some shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now you going buck wild. Y'all didn't even see this in the movie. How many people seen Jackie Brown? Remember the one chick that was at the house or whatever, and or Jackie met at the mall that one time too, and she was kind of slow or whatever, and the bitch was from like Alabama or some shit like that. It'd be shit like that happening. The bitch went out to LA coming, she wanted to be an actress. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of chick you got, Anyway, man. Lisa Smells, back to her. Chick, I ain't got nothing personal with you. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be lying. You can't be putting out halfway ass information, which I find a lot of people have a problem with you when you do that. You can't be putting out motherfucking fictitious bullshit just because you need a couple views and shit. Bitch, you gonna get caught up. I'm trying to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the only reason I'm giving you a warning shot, because I done gave you one before, but it seems like she's the type of bitch that you give a warning shot and she want to turn up even more. Another reason why you got to avoid women like that, because in a real life situation, in a relationship or something like that, that bitch will be the type to try to pick your nerves. You understand what I'm saying? She'll pick your nerves. She'll be like, let me say this to him. Let me say that to him. I met chicks like this before. I got an older sister that's like that. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with her, she'll fuck with you in a way that I'll make you want to go in the bathroom and get the Mossenberg. You understand what I'm saying? For real. My mother was like, that's why often y'all hear me, I'll decimate a nigga with my words. I don't have to decimate a nigga other ways. I decimate people with my words. What did you say that they got held back? Oh, that was the one that said, nigger, give me some money. Nigger, give me some money. That's cute right there. I like that one. All right, so I wanted to play this little contention since we're talking about Lisa Smells real quick, because I wanted y'all to hear something. And that's why I picked this up the first time. I want y'all to hear this. And then we're going to talk about the crazy lady. we talking about the hoes today, y'all. We talking about the hoes. That's y'all give me a second. 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 Where's it at? Because I wanted y'all to hear this. That's not it. Where's that shit at? Here it is. I want y'all to listen to this. Now, this is Anton LaVey Atwood, right? And this is what I mean by Lisa Smells, you gotta be careful. But I like that hoe because of this reason. She ain't take her ass over there. Y'all listen.
So when I was on the road in London at the end of the week, I was listening to Tisa Tells, and my hat off to her for just staying the course and just doing lots of research and breaking these stories down. Really commendable. Not getting embroiled in any dramas. And you know what? We reached out to Tisa Tells many, many times.
Many times.
And she's never come on the channel.
And she's never come on the channel.
And maybe that is her strategy, to stay focused.
Nah, niggas, quit trying to answer for motherfucking black women. Nah, bitch, nigga, she avoiding your hoe ass. That's what it is. She know you a hoe ass nigga. You smell like a hoe ass nigga. And she avoiding your weird ass hoe ass. Weirdo ass nigga. That's the weirdest nigga on the Vincent Price sounding motherfucker. And every tunnel and every view, it was a rapture point of view. With ghouls and ghosts and ghosts involved. Dun, 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 dun. It was the thriller. Nigga sound like Vincent Price, don't he? Michael. It was ghosts and ghouls from every room. You know, Tisa, she hasn't come on the show. We've reached out to her money at times. You know, if I ain't got nothing else to say about that hoe, I will say that, bitch. Stay on your square. Don't go over there sitting with them motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not your unk, motherfucker. And you don't know what tweaking is. Tweaking, let me tell you something. Tweaking out would be me pulling up to your front steps and holding your motherfucker. Never mind. Learn how to use your words better, boy. You know what I'm saying? Sissy. There always been a little sissy niggas in here. You notice that they always got something to say to people that look just like them but never have nothing to say. A motherfucker called them a nigga to their face and they'd be like, why you say that? Black person say, yo, you bitch ass nigga, they ready to shoot the whole club up. I told you these niggas got pics, bro. We got a whole generation of them that were taught by their motherfucking punk ass mamas. You know what I'm saying? Be like this and don't support any other man that look just like you. But in that same house, if she got a daughter too, she'll tell her daughter, make sure you look out for all the other women. Any woman comes up to you, believe all women. Women, yay for Jay. But she'll tell her son, and if any nigger comes up to you, you said it. But if a white man comes up to you, you show the utmost support. These bitches be teaching their sons that shit. Then be wondering why when you go out, you got a nigga that can't even protect you or won't even attempt to protect you because this punk ass mama that taught him since the time he was a fucking baby to 18 to do nothing but be subservient to women. This is why a lot of these niggas, they move into the house with y'all bitches and shit like that. Don't want to play nothing, pay PlayStation 5 all fucking day. Don't have no aspirations, ambitions or whatever. Don't blame that nigga. He's a victim. Blame that bitch that raised them. When you hoes start getting into that mind frame and be like, hold on, you know what? Miss Paula raised this little motherfucker in her house by herself, right? Miss Paula said she ain't want no motherfucking man for all her life. But Miss Paula, your son is right. This nigga don't even know how to make a pot of spaghetti. This motherfucker don't even know the difference between using cold and hot water to wash dishes. Miss Paula, this nigga couldn't figure out how to change the batteries on the thermostat, Miss Paula. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's Miss Paula's fault. We're going to do a whole separate thing on that shit too. Because a lot of these bitches being held up and ravined up in the air like they these great mothers and shit. I know tons of motherfuckers. I know niggas that literally raised kids that ended up selling them drugs. You understand what I'm saying? Their kids became drug dealers. I know situations with folks where people have had multiple people in their family pass away because of the game. You understand what I'm saying? In one form or another. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know the real end of it. I'm going to start telling some of these stories. I told them priorly before. I stopped doing that because some people got judgmental. And, you know, we got a lot of sensitive liberals and woke people here on YouTube that don't donate a dime, but yet still they always barking out motherfucking orders and barking out questions and shit. That's why I disrespect these niggas the same way they disrespect me. But in regards to what y'all just heard right there with Alicia Smells and this nigga talking about, yo, I want to get on, but don't you go over there sitting with that punk motherfucker. There ain't no pluses going. You got more plus. He gonna have more plus to come out of you than you gonna have plus coming out of him. What he tries to do is give people the imagery that he's charting more than what the fuck he is. No, you're not, nigga. I know when a nigga punk faking, you punk faking. All right. That Anton LaVey Atwood shit, that shit chuck, bro. Like, nigga, you over there talking about niggas you was locked up with and shit. First of all, that's suspect to me, and you making money off of them. You understand what I'm saying? Not to mention, why would she want to come on that fuck nigga show that you got for? That's a reasonable question, right? Why would she want to come to that fuck nigga circus that you got going on when she got her own cookie shop? Don't go sit with that motherfucker, Lisa Smells. Don't even have that nigga on your brand. That nigga gonna fuck that Vincent Price ass motherfucker. You know, don't fuck with that nigga. Keep it solid like you been doing. I give you that one, huh? Keep it solid like you been doing. Don't go there fucking with that nigga. That nigga has penetrated himself so much. I think he got a crush on men of color. That's what I'm starting to think. I think, nigga did 9 years in jail. You know what I'm saying? He came out doing a GoFundMe for some big black nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like to me, you know what I mean? That nigga might have a little fetish for black men because I ain't never seen nobody like that. Or a nigga rightfully, listen, as a black and Latin man, if you came out, you say, yo, this is my new podcast, and this is my podcast homie, Little Bubblegum. Nigga, I ain't even gonna say that nigga's name, but you know what I'm talking about. His name sounds too much like bubblegum. You know what I'm saying? And it start with the little shit is added to it too. Little bubblegum. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Or if you call yourself an ex-prisoner, you say, call me Yum Yum. I'm like, yo, nigga, the fuck what you just say to me? That's like back in the day with that joke from Cedric the Entertainer. He said, man, my name's Ron, but everybody call me Tata Delicious. I ain't calling no grown ass motherfucking man Tata Delicious. Nigga, fuck you on. You understand? I'm not calling no grown ass man bubblegum. And he tell people over there, yo, call me this. Grown ass man, call me bubblegum. This moist motherfucker. And now he gonna start, I got all these guns in the house. I got all these, all right, you got a lot of guns in the house. All right, cool. Some people don't come to shoot up your house. Some people, have you watched some things have gone on before? Some people just blow the whole fucking house up. Can't shoot your way out of that. I should have said that. Oh, I'm sorry. I love it about if anybody that comes in here, this house is protected. Okay, well, somebody just blows the whole fucking house up. What the fuck would you do then? Oh shit! Somebody remotely just blow the whole fucking lid off that bitch like a fucking Pop-Tart. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers are stupid. Anyway, long story short. Anybody goes to this house is protected. I've got guns all over this motherfucker. All right, cool, man. Like I said, what would happen if somebody just blow up the fucking house you trying to protect, but you in it? Like, you know what I'm saying? What would you do? Like, I'm just saying, if somebody went upon the means, I'm saying theoretically. I'm not saying necessarily I would do it. I don't know anybody that would do something like that. I think it's terrible. Okay, honest God. But let's just say theoretically, right? Let's just say theoretically, you talking all that shit, talking about, yeah, I've got guns on, because this is what the nigga said. The nigga keep talking about he got guns all over his house. He Rambo part 3, 4, shit, all that, you know what I'm saying, survivalist white boy shit. And he about this tool, you know what I'm saying, bony rubble shaped ass nigga. Anyway, listen, he said he got guns all around the house. This is what he says on his podcast multiple times. He got guns all around the house, guns all around the house. I said, son, I wouldn't be talking all tough like that if I had both of these niggas got newborn babies. That's why I don't look believable. You understand what I'm saying? And like their modus operandi is they hide behind people. So like they know there's men out there that got real, real stakes and real things going on. So what they do is they'll pump fake like they intellectuals 1 minute, then they'll pump fake like they gangsters. Well, yo, I met with Sammy the Bull. Sammy don't fuck with you, nigga. The fuck out of here. Sammy don't fuck with you. He think him and Sammy is friends. This nigga went on a PR tour. So about, yo, Sammy the Bull Gavado apologized to me. Sammy the girl. I watched him after I watched that little clip. He went to 4 different and listen, Big Pistol, if you listening, this is real talk. If you was really having that conversation with him and it was sincere, he would have left it right there at that table. All right, thank you. This nigga went subsequently over to Maggie Pie's shit up there in Canada, went to her podcast. Then he swooped over to another podcast, said the same fucking thing. Then he swooped over to another podcast, which y'all know is unbeknownst to y'all. There's about 4 other podcasters that he deals with. One of them is, I forgot what their name is. And he's got a really refined one. And that's why I saw where they had posted one and they streamed it as live, but it had been pre-recorded. And in this one, a lot of people in the chat room, they were calling Anton LaVey Atwood a fraud. They were saying you was a weirdo. And there's no way you gonna sit there and say there's anything else to it, because I'll share the fucking podcast and stuff. I saved that shit. I will share it, and you'll see people in England talking all kinds of shit about this nigga. This nigga really wants to be the new fucking Alex Jones in reality. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he get like, the programming is weird as hell. Okay, in the morning time, we're going to talk about Diddy and Jay-Z. And in the afternoon, we're going to talk about Shamaic witches and fucking have a coven of witches over there and this dark horse type weirdo shit they be doing over there. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers talking about the Baphomet and the Illuminati and all this shit. And y'all motherfuckers is the same thing. The leader of the podcast, Anton LaVey Atwood, you're a fucking pagan. Huh? Am I lying? This is under your own admission. This is not something I'm making up. This man has literally said, he tries to hide it now, but this man's a pagan. He's a pagan worshiper, which is weird as fuck to me because there's people of color over there and y'all talk all kinds of shit. Yay, black all day. Fuck Christmas. Fuck Easter. Fuck Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Y'all say all that shit, but y'all over there sit with a fucking pagan, you dumb motherfuckers. He's against everything you say. You might as well go over there and sit with Krampus himself. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Niggas be trying to find their way to salvation, don't find nothing but hell. You understand what I'm saying? See trinkets. That's how they fool you right there. You know what I'm saying? That's how they fool you. You remember King Midas? King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold. Then he started figuring out, damn, that includes food too. King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold. That includes food too. You know what I'm saying? So if you got hands and fingers to turn everything into gold, but you can't feed yourself, that doesn't make much sense, does it? Does it? So that's my feelings about Anton LaVey Atwood. I don't hate the dude. I just see a lot of confusion when it comes to Duke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be anti-Hollywood, but at the same time you're doing deals with HBO Max. That don't make no sense to me. You want to sit there and set the record straight with Sammy the Bull Gavano, but what it looked like to me is where you was trying to sit there later on after the podcast was over and punk him and his son. And this is a representative of New York City tri-state. I ain't feeling that, you motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You ran to like 4 different podcasts talking about, yeah, Sammy the Bull apologized to me. I'm like, I know Big Pistol don't know because he don't watch them programs. So that's what it was. Like, Big Pistol ain't gonna be over there watching Maggie from fucking Canada, the owl chick. He ain't gonna be over there watching that. You know what I'm saying? He went over there and handled some business straight after that with Maggie and Jag. So like, yeah, I just got, how you say that shit? Yeah, I just got Sammy Boo Galvano to apologize. Sammy apologizing to you for fucking what? Apologize? Who the fuck are you to apologize to? Who the fuck are you to apologize to? Sammy didn't even apologize to fucking John Gotti. The fuck would he apologize to you for? You took that for fucking real and you ran with it? And he's been keeping on running with it for weeks now. And it's just getting fucking boring. I seen him on 2 other podcasts that had white gentlemen. And he was talking about the same shit. So that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, he just doesn't frequent those circles. Y'all got to find the real circles he frequents. And then you'll find out who this motherfucker is. And exactly what the people in the crowds in England. I would not even listen to a nigga that lived in another country until I found out what the people in the country think of him. These people that are listening to him are minimized smart at best. You understand what I'm saying? These people that listen to that shit over there, and whether it's Puff or whether it's whoever, I'm not telling y'all not go over there. I'm not telling y'all not support him. Do what you want to. You know what I'm saying? A nigga gonna be a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And most of the times, most of the works of niggas is anti-culture, as you can see. You understand what I'm saying? It's not productive in the culture if you're in little small rooms and you're telling people don't support this in particular blogger. That's not fucking progression. That's regression. You understand? These niggas have got in the back of their mind. Even though I ain't never been around white folks in my whole entire life, I'm gonna go over here and sit with the white folks. A bunch of pagan white folks, not good, upstanding white folks, not white folks that have changed your life. No, we're gonna sit you over here with the conspiracy theory, motherfucking white folks. It's fucking hilarious. Thank you, homie, for that $10 donation. I appreciate that. What you say? Oye, papi, yo soy latino ahí, tú sabes, yo soy la cubano, la moreno. Entonces, ¿sabes por qué? Esa es diferente en la barrio, tú sabes. Porque la madre, pero el negrito, el americano no grito, tú sabes. Esa es diferente en la mente. Las mujeres no tienen la hambre, no tienen esposo, no tienen nada en la casa, tú sabes. So tienen el problema por la niño o la niños, tú sabes. Pero tú tienes un hambre, pero la niño, esa es diferente, tú sabes. Porque toda la vida, para la chiquito niño, es que macho. Tú sabes. Ese tan bueno ahí, sentan todo aquí. And when you put that together, I'm going to say this in Spanish too, because I don't want them to know what I'm saying. Pero la hambre, pero la latino, tú sabes. Esa es diferente porque la familia ahí, tú sabes, esa hora es diferente. Eh, eh, como diga. Esa es diferente porque la hambre latino tiene toda la familia, tú sabes. Cuando tú tienes un negro americano, esa es diferente, tú sabes, porque es 7-12, sí, 7-12% ahora en América. Tú tienes en la casa en el solo la madre y la niño, nada más, tú sabes. Tú tienes en la casa, pero la proyecta, el barrio, tú sabes, es más. No tiene la hambre, no tiene el padre, no tiene la tío, no tiene nada, tú sabes, abuelo, nada. Porque la comunidad aquí es de toda Valencia. Entonces, ¿sabes? La gente latino vive ahí en la proyecta, tú sabes. Pues ese todo es diferente. Entonces, ¿sabes? Tú tienes la grica, pero la moreno, tú tienes la grica, pero la gente latino, tú sabes. Esto es tan bueno. But esta gente aquí, pero el americano, tú sabes, es siempre Valencia, tú sabes, la madre es no bien. Entonces, ¿sabes? Esto porque yo no me gusta por la madre, pero mis niños, a la mujer, la negra. Y yo hablo esto la aquí, tú sabes, porque la mujer y la negrita está tan bueno, pero en la torre, en la barrio, en la historia, pero el americano negro es diferente. Tú sabes, en la torre solo, tú sabes, nada más. Toda la gente ahí dice solo. So, yo no tiene la comunidad. Esto porque yo no tiene chavo, pero en la casa para aquí dice, esta morenos ahí dice, no es gusto mío. Entonces, sabes, porque en la mente tan bueno. Entonces, sabes, buenos días, la noche, entonces, sabes. En eso no tan bueno, pero la gente, la moreno ahí dice, esto porque yo no me gusta por los niños, la familia, no nada, cada las mujeres no negras, entonces, sabes. Esto porque la gente no tan bueno ahora. Entonces, sabes, esto porque eso, cuando tú hablo, camino, ¿qué tú digas? Porque la hambre no tiene nada. Yo sé ahora, en el momento. Yo hablo más en el momento, pero yo no sé. Yo sé, yo no quiero la Becky, o la blanquita, ¿no? No, esa es tan bueno, yo no, no. Yo soy tan bueno con las mujeres latinas, entonces, ¿sabes? Yo soy tan bueno con las mujeres la blanquitas, entonces, ¿sabes por qué? Yo tengo a las mujeres lo negras, tú sabes, las mujeres en la mente, en el corazón, tú sabes, es Valencia, tú sabes, punchanchero en la torre, pero en la teléfono no celi, tú sabes, pero las amigas en el barrio, tú sabes, punchanchero. Este punchanchero tiene, en el momento tú tienes la Valencia, tú sabes, porque yo tiene la cueto en la casa, esto porque yo tiene, you know what I mean, la palicia en el barrio. Eso que a las mujeres latinas, entonces, ¿sabes? Las mujeres la claman. Entonces, ¿sabes? En la mente, por un momento, pero la niños. En las mujeres, en las mujeres negras, eso es diferente. I don't know. I could go on for days, nigga. It's so, it's so much to explain. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Gracias, pana. Entonces, ¿sabes? Porque, tú sabes, Porque esa es toda la gente latino ahí, tú sabes, dominicano, la puertorriqueño, tú sabes, dominicano, la cubano, tú sabes, but diferente en la toda cultura. Same thing. El negro, el americano, tú sabes, es toda diferente, tú sabes. La rapera, la ropa, tú sabes, está tan bueno, la música, está tan bueno, pero diferente. So, él es mexicano. Salud, salud. Yo soy dominicano. Es que para mí, eso no dominicano. Yo soy la cubano, la mareno ahí. I'm not racist, bro, but I've always wondered why they were like that, but you explained it very well. Es diferente. La Valencia, la madres. 7-12%. No tiene la padre en la casa, tú sabes. Este es el problema, porque tú tienes muchos niños, tú sabes. Un niño es tan bueno, pero tú tienes 2, 3, 4, 5 niños, tú sabes. Este es el problema, tú no tienes la padre en la casa, tú sabes. Este es porque tú tienes la droga, la valencia, la más, en la barrio, en la proyecta, pero la negro, ya, tú sabes, ya por el momento, ya la gente latino, tú sabes, dominicano, puertorriqueño, tú sabes, rápido más. Eso, tú sabes. Sí, pero la gente ahí no tiene nada, porque yo tiene, tú sabes ahora, tú tienes mi casa países, tú sabes, claro. Yo soy aquí un día y a día, no tiene un casa, pero la gente es un negro. Esto porque era cabrón, no quiere un gusto mío. Eso yo sé, está bien, está bien. Yo no hablo por tuyo. No más, yo soy está bien. Yo tiene 4 años. Yo hablo, pero la gente, el americano negro, nada, nada. Esta cabrón nos gusta la gente, pero la bonchinchero. En un día y a día, tú sabes. Yo tiene un Puffy, yo tiene un Jay-Z, yo tiene, tú sabes, están día y a día y a día y a día y a día en la noche, tú sabes, pero 4 años, 5 años, 6 años, entonces sabes, na toda. Pero en YouTube, yo tiene yo tiene exclusive, pero un Puff Daddy, yo tiene un exclusive, pero un Jay-Z. Ya siempre. Esta porque este cabrón tiene un chavo, tú sabes. Yo no tiene un T-channel, tú sabes. Esto porque este cabrón no gusta mío, tú sabes. Bueno, un claro en la mente. Esa es la toda a la gente aquí, tú sabes, buen chinchero, buen chinchero. Sí, es siempre, tú sabes, tabaco. Claro, claro, claro. Son, tú sabes, esa es diferente. Era pero mí, entonces sabes, yo soy la negro y a la cubano. Entonces sabes, esta cabrón no gusta nada. No gusta nada. Y a mí, ¿qué tú digas? Y a mí. That's what I like when I got Latinos in here. They don't, and that's what I said. They don't like, you know what I mean? Esa está bueno, gente. Entonces sabes, porque yo hablo de español, pero la cubano, ¿no? No, yo soy la cubano, la mareno ahí. Sí, claro. Eso porque yo me gusta la gente, el americano negro, tú sabes. Ese es mi sangre aquí, sí, en el corazón, tú sabes. Yo madre el americano, la negra, tú sabes. Esto porque ahora yo no me gusta los negros, tú sabes, tan bueno. Bueno, yo no me gusta los negros, esto porque siempre yo digo en la noche, buen chanchero, buen chanchero, buen chanchero, o sea, siempre es buen chanchero. No tiene nada representando la gente, representando la barrio, representando los niños, nada. Es la tora Pop Daddy, la tora Jay-Z, la tora Drake. Entonces, ¿sabes? La música esa no viene en la vida. So I be thinking I'm crazy and shit, but like, that's just the way it is. So I be fighting an uphill battle when I be over here with these niggas. I don't be caring. Like, they be thinking I care. You know what I'm saying? So when they don't donate to you to hurt you, that's different. You understand what I'm saying? That's personal. So they have decided, they say, well, we ain't gonna donate to you because this is how we feel personally. Like, you notice when I was speaking Spanish, like 5 people left, they don't like when I speak Spanish. That's part of my culture. I can speak Spanish if I want to, but some ignorant nigga will tell you to come in there, but they'll be the same motherfucker that's complaining later on talking about, yo, this motherfucker was making fun of me because he thought I was speaking Ebonics. You see what I mean? So it's like they throw stone, and Latinos do the same shit too. I know Latinos will do the same shit. Es cierto, cierto, cierto. And tú sabes, no, es cierto. So it's like when you see people do shit like that time after time, I say it in English now, fuck it. When you see people do shit like that time after again, and you doing services for them and shit like that, like the other day I just took these niggas where Malcolm X was killed at. Ain't nay one of these fucking vloggers got that shit on their channel. You know what I'm saying? This is my second time up there doing it. And I had a guide that gave me the history on everything that happened up there. These niggas don't support you. They only support people that are doing, you know, salacious material, and that's all they like. Entonces, sabes, pero siempre es sucia, entonces, sabes, son un chinchero. En la día o en la noche, especial las mujeres. La puñeta mujer, pero no negra, tú sabes, son mujeres que sucia, pero la boca, no siempre la boca, se toma, muchetti, aquí. Exactly, all the time. It's like, yo soy está bien, cierto, cierto, este día, cierto, tú sabes, mañana, cierto, tú sabes. So, yo soy claro. La gente no negro son tan buenos conmigo, tú sabes, es mucho más buntunchero. En ese buntunchero no tan bueno, tú sabes, porque cuando tú tienes la toda gente, entonces sabes, atención, pero en el buntunchero, eso no bueno por la gente, entonces sabes, porque ahora tú tienes la hombres, buntunchero, cara a la mujer. So, tú tienes, como dice, el flamingo, en un sissy. You know, so yo no sé nada más, yo sé ya. Yo tiene un poquito moreno ahí, tú sabes, eso es claro. Ajá, tú sabes, tú sabes la mente ahora. So, este es el problema aquí, tú sabes. Este es el problema. Ese está bueno. Salud, la gente latino, gracias. Tú sabes. Gracias. Porque estos morenos ahí, tú sabes, no están buenos en la mente ahora. No tan bueno. Sí, yo vi, pero en Connecticut ahí, tú sabes. Pero 35 momentos, pero en Nueva York. 35 momentos. Tú sabes. Well, it's not claro que sí. Okay, I gotta go back to speaking in English if I lose these people. You know how they be. So, you know how they be. You know how they be. What'd he say? What you speaking? I don't know. Look in the fucking chat room and figure it out. You didn't have nothing to say when I was speaking. So I have something now. Are you gonna do predictive what everybody else do? You gonna come in here and say one of those nice little quivers of fucking black humor? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do? You gonna tell us about the foundations and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? I didn't cover all that. What was you at on the podcast when I went the other day and I went to go show everybody where Malcolm X was killed at and had a tour guide? Why weren't you on there? Why didn't you donate? Why didn't you support? Why didn't you hit the like button? Where were you at, DJ? Where were you at? Huh? Where were you at? Yeah, that's crazy, right? That's how they do. Because let me tell you what happens. This is what happened with me before. Let me tell you the truth. So, and I'm gonna go back into the stories and everything else in a minute. But this is what happened for real. So for like the first 2 years, right? I told these niggas from the get-go, I said, yo soy Latino, entonces, pero yo negro. All right. So I explained that to him before I got on here. It wasn't until one day this girl came in here, right? And I think she was from either Ecuador or something like that. She had just happened to stumble on my podcast, right? So I started speaking Spanish to her, whatever. And they thought I was just going to say like one or two, you know how they do. They think you're going to say 1 to 2 words to them or something like that. And they didn't realize, no, I really speak Spanish, nigga. And so like they were like, some were amazed. There was another half that was almost acting like they were insulted. That was the biggest surprise. Because I was like, if you look at my history of my thing, I did a whole bunch of like videos. Like that was my second time going to where Malcolm X had gotten killed. That was my second time. I went there the year before last. I went there for Black History Month or whatever. I hooked it up for them this time. I had a tour guide, everything that was giving me. I went into the room. Malcolm was sitting there before he walked out the room to talk on the podium and was shot and killed. It wasn't one black person in there. It was a whole bunch of, not one of them dropped a donation. Not one of them said, yo, go get some coffee. It's cold out there. I know. Hey, go get your pack of cigarettes. Go get you something to eat. You know what I'm saying? So you have enough energy to move on to the next spot. Because what they don't understand is, hey, if you keeping me moving, subway fare to get back home, eating, which costs $10 to $15 in New York per pop. Not even $10 anymore. You can't get nothing less to eat in New York for $12, $13, $14. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. If they're donating to that and they're supporting that, I move all around the city. Matter of fact, if you just pay attention, if you hitting the cash app and shit like that, I'll be out here moving and skating like I always do. Amar L hit my cash app. When was it? I think it was a week before last. It was freezing cold outside. I did 2 lives. I went to, I already had to be over there anyway. So I went over to Def Jam, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to Trump Tower, did 2 separate lives. The one at Trump Tower, it kind of went out because I was so long and explained. And at that point, when I did that one, I was talking about Courtney Burgess, and I was telling him, yo, don't go over there fucking with them niggas. They're going to play you. And they did the same thing. They played them. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, don't go. Literally, I chopped it up into a 1-minute clip too. I said, yo, literally, word for word, yo, homie, don't go over there sitting with them people on Saturday because they're going to play you. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. He said, I was tripping out when you busted out the Spanish, especially since you are very fluent with it. Thanks, Bob. Yeah. You don't speak like that unless but these niggas they don't know. So they equivalent everything that look like them. Like I know some Colombians, like a lot of people. Anybody remember Fred the Godson? He was a rapper. Well, one of my ex-bosses, he used to manage Fred the Godson, right? And Fred the Godson, everybody thought Fred the Godson was black. Fred the Godson was Honduran. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a whole bunch of Hondurans, like you seen with the Honduran female that I had on here with me. And I think that was the only time they made a synonymous thing because I had one of my homegirls on here. She's Honduran and very, very, very pretty. I'm gonna throw her shit back up in a minute because she was talking about Cassie at the time. It was funny. But we were all together, we were all hanging out or whatever. And she's like me, a la negrita. And she started speaking Spanish, and they were mesmerized by that too, because to them she looked like a black girl, whatever. And I'm like, no, we got all kinds of shit. You go down to Colombia, some Colombians they look like they from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, man. It just depends. But everybody is not like they got this. I don't know how to explain it. This phenotypical. Like I got a guy named Panama, right? And Panama, that's like Big Theo. That's what we call him. You know what I'm saying? Big Theo, the same thing. He's darker than me, blacker than me. He looks like black, and he's Panamanian. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of you that think like that, I think what it is you're not usually around people like that. You live in different areas of the country. You may live in Ohio. You may live in Wisconsin, and don't have populations like that. I understand that. But if you live in Florida, New York, Chicago, um, even California has uh, um, a little bit of everything. You have an Ethiopian population out there. You have what's that shit that Kim Kardashian and people are? Um, what are they? I forgot what they're called, but there's a whole group of them out there. Like there are people that are just like Kim Kardashian's father, Rob Kardashian. I can't think of their name. Then there's Samoans, then there's Mexicans, then there's Indians. They got Indians, especially up in far north when you start going to Vallejo and all that, because that's where a lot of our family was originally from up there in Vallejo area. It's up there going towards the mountains, like Colorado and shit on the end. You know what I'm saying? Exactamente, entonces, no, not Persian. I'm not Persian. A lot of top tier acts are from the other national. Black Americans are the only ones that don't have a federally recognized nation we come from. Well, I mean, like, whose fault is that? There's so much legislation you could do in the United States if it was done right. What you have is let me tell you the main problem when you're trying to get legislation. Let me help y'all out again, which I ain't gonna do nothing for me, but I help you out again, Black America, because you have your bloods in me too. Okay, so check this out. When y'all get people that advocate for you know what the problem is all the time is this. The problem y'all have is the people y'all choose to advocate for you, right? The people you choose to advocate for you, they're usually coming from a span of somewhere that's like some hippity hoppity shit. And that's right, girl. You know, they talking all that shit, right? And it's been historically like this ever since after MLK and after Malcolm X. Have you noticed that the propensity and the strength of your leaders went down after them? You understand what I'm saying? You never saw nobody as strong as Malcolm X again. You never saw nobody as strong as Martin Luther King again after they had surmised and they were gone. Every subsequent leader that you've had come after that has been weak as fuck. They have not provided you any change. They have not provided you any motherfucking detriment to do anything further or whatever. And those last two men that helped usher in the Civil Rights Act are the last two men, you understand what I'm saying, that are of significance worth talking to. This is why I found it paramount to go over there where Malcolm X was shot and killed for a second time now. For a second time. And shout out to that wonderful black woman. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to actually give her some flowers or something. I'm not going to say her name on here. But this been almost 60 years, exactly. And you haven't now had another leader. You haven't had another leader. So what does that tell you? That tells you that none of the people that you have are worthy of leading anymore. That's what it tells me. And it tells me you need to start picking better people to lead you. There's people out here that are leading y'all. Like, I'll give you an example. Tiffany Haggard, right? The other night, that bitch was in a motherfucking meeting, all right? The bitch was in it was in a town hall meeting, fist fighting. This bitch is under federal investigation from the feds. I don't know why more of the sisterhood ain't talking about this hoe. That she went out there, she stole black women's money too. She had black women fired. She had black towns shut down. She had black men thrown off the force. She blocked black people from coming in and having civil meetings in a fucking civil environment from an elected official. And none of you got nothing to say about that. None of these bitches on YouTube, you will hear them say anything about Tiffany Haggard and the hell she's raising out there. Instead, they elected to talk about Puff and Jay-Z. You ever wonder why? Because these fucking misandrous and these selective toxic female advocates and selective fucking angry motherfuckers, they all got positions they play. You understand what I'm saying? So the position is, we ain't gonna talk about nothing that puts us in the wrong. We only gonna talk about shit that puts us in victimless. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what they do all the time. So when you sitting there and we talking about shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Called me on the telephone to say he's coming. Yo, any nigga that write Dracula called me tonight. Nigga, what's wrong with you? You mentally ill? You mad because I'm giving them the science, right? Who sent you, nigga? Who sent you? Who sent you to interrupt this good gospel right now? Who sent you? Huh? Who sent you? Tell me who sent you. Who sent you? Who sent you? Okay, then, so shut the fuck up then in my chat room. You hear me talking, nigga, talking about some Dracula coming to bite me on the neck, you moist motherfucker. Anyway, you get these people that come in like that one. You get these people that start believing in people like that, and they start thinking people like you just saw in my chat are a group of constituents that they should hang with and bang with. So they all got their minds messed the fuck up. So that's why you ain't got no leaders in that crowd no more. Ain't no nigga who's a leader. Tariq Nasheed, he's a leader. Y'all follow him? Who's a leader? Umar Johnson, who ain't built y'all school in what, 13 fucking years? Y'all made that motherfucker a millionaire, and he still ain't built y'all school in 13 years. Who else is a leader for you? Tell me somebody else is a leader for you. Come on, right in the chat. Who else is a leader for African American culture in 2025? Who's a leader? Go ahead. Since Malcolm and Martin Luther King level. Who? Al Sharpton? Al, you know it ain't you. Respectfully, you know it ain't you. It could have been you, but you know it ain't you. You understand what I'm saying? I say the closest thing that's even walking on two legs right now, God bless his soul and every bit, would be Minister Farrakhan. Now, you might not agree with everything he says. You might not agree with everything he talks about or whatever, but I was with a Muslim woman for 7 years, you know what I'm saying, who I loved very deeply. And I can tell you, prior to meeting her, what incentivized me even more was because I was around other Muslim people. I've never been a devout Muslim myself, but I've always been around these people. And so when it told me to even be with my ex was that pure simple fact I had that history with them, and I know what those women come from and how they deliver themselves. I've been very fortunate in my life to only have had one bad black female as somebody I dated. Only one. Every last other one that I've dated, always been a great experience. One from Haiti, one from Sudan. I dated her. That's the one y'all see me in the picture when I'm hugging. I'll post our picture up. She was from Sudan. And she always used to wear her hair in a wrap or whatever. I ain't gonna say her name on here, but she was fucking beautiful. You'll see exactly what I mean. Dark skin, big protruding lips. Of course, Honduras, Dominican. I've had all kinds of different palettes of black women, if you want to say or whatever. And I never had a problem with them. It's just the Americans one now. They're so influenced so much by individualistic capitalism that they don't even see the greater bit of the foot. They don't even have any like self shame anymore. You know. And my people's good content you got. Hope you get picked for a bigger audience. I have a bigger audience, dog. I got over 24,000 subscribers in here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that you guys like y'all come in here and y'all say great show or whatever, don't donate one dime. I had one person donate $10 to me. So like since y'all don't donate or whatever, it gives the imagery. And that's why I blame y'all too, especially niggas that write shit like that. It gives people the imagery that, yo, this is a nigga that don't get supported. So why should we go over there and support him? So I gotta blame you too, Pa. You understand what I'm saying? Because you ain't even throwing in nothing. You see the Cash App on 2 locations. You ain't throwing in $5 or $10. You part of the problem too. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. And speaking of that, we're gonna wrap this up because I didn't even realize I had been here that long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga. Niggas come in here all the time. Great show, man. It's great, man. And don't donate nothing, don't support nothing. I done had niggas doing that for the past 2 weeks now. I'm like, all right, nigga, kick in there. You go over there and see them other niggas that go over there gossiping and shit. They give these guys thousands of dollars to reread Google articles. That shit is still beyond me. I'm like, y'all literally paying niggas to reread Google articles. To reread Google articles. I appreciate you. That's all we talking about. I don't want you to be rich. I appreciate every dime you got, man. If you don't want to, if you can't put that in and can't afford it, don't put that in. You know what I'm saying? I keep it that real with you. But I just don't like when niggas, I just don't like, I appreciate you. I just don't like when niggas come over here and they be like, yo, I like what you saying. I like what you doing. And then they go spend their money with the next nigga gossiping. That don't make sense to me. If you like what I'm saying, you like what I'm hearing, and you like when I'm and feel what I'm saying, and you hitting the like button and all that, whatever, then why are you going to spend your money with niggas that go and gossip? You understand what I'm saying? Somebody in here wrote, no, this is a black woman right here that wrote that. Yeah, I get a lot of black women that do that too. A lot of black women, they don't want you to make any money, but still be turning around somehow. I think they do a lot of black women do that on purpose. They be like, that nigga broke, because bitch, you doing moves and keep niggas broke. Like if you partnering up with racist white men and you can't figure out, okay, how come I work at this job? This is befuddles me. How can you be a black woman, right? Or a Latin woman, because Latin women do this shit too. How can you be a black woman or a Latin woman, get hired at some firm? Because I've worked in the office environment. I worked in the office environment for 17 years. I'm talking about a real office, BMG, Bertelsmann Music Group. It's a German conglomerate and responsible for a lot of these record labels out here. So you can't tell me nothing about office buildings. I was subsequently in 4 other office buildings for the next 17 years. Can't tell me nothing about office building. I was doing that when I was 20, what was that, 19 turning 20. So I grew up around that shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we live, man. So anyway, when I see like a lot of these women, because I know that corporate culture, and we had women around in there, you got to keep in mind, even though I work for Puff, you think what you want to about them, it was an all black company. You understand what I'm saying? It was all black company. And so everybody I was working around was either black or Latino, and specifically Dominican or Puerto Rican Latino. All right, just to be specific. And so for the next, I don't know, probably 8 years, that's all I knew was black and Latino co-workers. They, we all hung out, whatever, talked the same type of language, whatever. It's a point to this. So there was women that was, hired by Puff too. All those women, I never seen any of those women get disrespected. In fact, if you was to disrespect any of those women in the office, nigga, don't come back here. That was a rule of thumb. Everybody in the office knew that shit. Don't disrespect. I remember one time, look, I'll be fair about it. I remember one time, y'all can ask Gene Deal this question. He might have been around. When we was up at the Bad Boy Worldwide office across the street from Sullivan Theater there. What was that chick's name? Miss Jones. Y'all go ask Miss Jones this herself. I was there that day that shit happened. And so Miss Jones came up here to the office or whatever, and she ran into somebody. I'm not gonna say who it was, but it was somebody. It was one of, you know what I'm saying, somebody's people. I'm checking it right now, doggy. Yeah, appreciate it, man. I appreciate that $5 donation, man. Shout out to you and all y'all other niggas in here. Y'all make sure y'all support the channel too. Thank you, Face God. I like real niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to space nothing out your motherfucking pockets or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we do got trips we like to do. We move around here. I don't usually do shit like this, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. If you know my channel, go look at my channel and look at my lives, and you'll quickly understand. Oh, okay, I see why this nigga vibing for a donation, because this nigga be moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit in my room. Like, to do podcasts like this are boring to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. And I see a couple people trying to copy me now. You know what I'm saying? I seen like two of them trying to copy me now. One person that can honestly say that the bitch started out the same way I did. We was moving. You know what I'm saying? So for her, it's just a snapback. I ain't saying nothing about Huggy doing what she doing. Huggy been doing that shit. But all these other niggas will be trying to act like they moving now. Like, nigga, stop. You are inside, baby. Nigga, stay inside. You don't want to come out here with the rest of us. Anyway, what was I at? I was at somewhere. I was talking about how you have a lot of these women nowadays. Yes, a lot of these women nowadays, they work in these corporate jobs in these spaces or whatever, and they never look around them and see that there's a total sea of white men around them and white women. And they never find themselves in the realization or reality mode because they're so elated that they're around white people. Because, like I told you once again, most of these people come from backgrounds and areas, most Latinos and blacks, where they haven't been privy or been surrounded or gone to events or shared Christmases and things like that I have since I was a kid with white cultures. In fact, no other cultures except for black and Latino, maybe in some cases, and vice versa with Latinos. Some Latinos are the same way. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of Latinos are the same way. Matter of fact. Anyway, long story short, you get to adulthood. Now you want to shun your own people because you think you've reached the pivot of success. One thing that everybody will tell you about me, if I didn't tell you I was working at Bad Boy, you wouldn't even have known it. Only way you would have known it if there was like a promo going on or there was something going down. Then that way you would know. Other than that, you would not know what the fuck was going on. You understand what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass serious. And I kept it like that until people started seeing me on direct effects. So I kept it like that for 2 years, for like 2 years straight. And there's people that will pay witnesses for like 2 years straight. It was like, yo, nigga, the whole time you was doing this and that. I was like, yeah. It's like, how you ain't tell us? I say, nah, nigga, because at the time I'm thinking, damn, they gonna think I'm rich if I'm fucking with the Bad Boy niggas. We was at the top of the world at the time. Same thing. None of the women I ever worked with, I saw get abused, disrespected. I remember our particular ex-boss, I ain't gonna say your name on here, but quite well known. You understand what I'm saying? He used to check us on our behavior, how we were around the women. Y'all niggas sitting down in your street meet, y'all let the girls get in first. Yo, y'all make sure the girls eat. Yeah, that's how I used to talk. You know what I'm saying? And we had some beautiful chicks that were down on our team. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, nowadays, when I see women nowadays that come back from them backgrounds I was telling you about, and they don't ever look in the work environments they're in and notice there's not another black male face there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you're just not intelligent enough to understand what we're talking about. So I'm going to let you sit right here, DOS thrill, because you can't be an intelligent motherfucker anyway. You're looking for some tea, wasn't you, little sweet bitch motherfucker? You sound like a nigga to paint your fingernails, you punk motherfucker. But I'm gonna let you sit right here anyway, DOS thrill. You understand what I'm saying? Now get your finger out your butt and listen. Now listen, when you get these black women that are in these corporate jobs a lot of times, what's happening is they don't ever look around and see if there's anybody black in these spaces outside of other women. Have you ever noticed that? They only look and see and they only point out and represent other women in there where they don't see what the element lies when doing that. When you do that, number one, you make yourself vulnerable within that same workspace. You understand what I'm saying? And that same workspace. Did you just tell a nigga that I'm fried on drugs and everything that I'm saying? Does anybody else in this chat hear me saying anything that's uncoherent? Anybody? Anybody in here hear that? So let me tell you something, Fumo, Giuliani, and that motherfucker and your motherfucking boyfriend that you fucking ass late night, because it sounds like you two bitch motherfuckers came here together. If you gotta join together and start out motherfucking lies about people because you ain't got nothing going on, fuck you and your mama, you little bitch. And notice what he put at the end of it, bro. Then what follows behind it, the key emoji. This is a pristine bitch right here. You understand? Y'all look at him, pay attention to him. He want to be seen. You understand what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He want to be seen. This is what whole niggas do. So since you think everything is key and he, let's embarrass you. This motherfucker been on here for 7 years and got 4 fucking followers. And you writing down your suggestions. You got 7 years in, 4 followers, no material on your page. And now one day did your motherfucking desolate ass think I can start a channel and make some money. You are the epitome of loser, motherfucker. If I ever seen one in my life here on this YouTube community, don't you ever come on my fucking page, nigga. You tell anybody that's with you. You understand what I'm saying? Have gun will travel, nigga. You dig? Make sure you spread that out to all your little boyfriends that you invite over here. Nigga, I will get you if you keep fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't have to get you. You have a good evening. Don't come over here with that silly shit thinking this is some he. Fuck you and your mother. Don't come over here with that he shit, nigga. Don't come over here with that shit. You want to he, you go he with the girls. Like you've been doing with your nasty ass, rotten ass mammy that raised you. Grown ass thing. And now you see what I mean? The key. And you notice what he put? Bro. Then there was a key emojis. I keep trying to tell you, they all got a pattern. Those are niggas that were raised by bitches. My point is, you go into these workspaces with these girls, and these girls never take the time to look around in the workspace and say, yeah, I tried to tell you, Javon. Now you seeing it, right? They spreading lies, all kinds of shit. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck did you just say about me? This nigga just sat there and told the nigga, I've been sitting here for 2 hours and 34 minutes. Everybody can see that in the top of the fucking chat. I ain't even got up yet. I ain't even got up. You understand what I'm saying? I have been in front of this camera literally for 2 hours and 34 minutes. Nigga, even if I was on some drugs, that shit weared off an hour and a half ago if I was. What the fuck kind of shit would you think? Like, these niggas have spread all kinds of lies on niggas because they can't spread nothing thorough. They can't say, oh, yo, that's an ugly nigga. So they'll talk about my team. Have you ever heard a nigga come in here and say I'm ugly? Never. Instead, they'll come in here and say, yo, you look like ASAP Rocky. Yo, you look like Chad Ochocinco. Hey, yo, you look like DMX. Hey, yo, you never heard a nigga even compare me that I look like an ugly nigga. You'll have the other niggas that come in and be like, yo, what you got on? No, everything, no, deep in the heart of their soul, everything I got on is hard as fuck. They'll sit there and say dumb shit like that. That's why I keep trying to tell you. If you just look at the sons of single mothers, they are the problems in your culture. And if you don't regulate these little motherfuckers, you're going to be in the middle of World War fucking 3 in a minute with these little motherfuckers within your own community. You understand what I'm saying? The best advice I got for you, take these little motherfuckers. It's like that, put them on an island and take the speedboat off the island or whatever, and put a countermeasure if anybody try to escape the island. You understand what I'm saying? Almost like the barge that you see in motherfucking Marvel movies. That's what you need to do with them little motherfuckers. And make sure everybody gets sterilized. Yes, I said it. Make sure everybody's sterilized. That way, don't name one of these motherfuckers procreating. They got any wild-ass white people, wild-ass Latinos, let them join them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we really need to do. Stop letting shitty motherfuckers procreate. That is the problem. If you want a good society, stop letting shitty people procreate. Everybody shouldn't be able to have a baby just because they can have a baby. But that's another conversation. Any fucking way. Long story short, yeah, because, I mean, if you get 2 motherfucking retarded people to have a baby or 2 fucking idiots or 2 criminals to have a baby, what do you think they're going to produce? Not all the time, but 80% of the time. Is that fucking fair? All right, cool. Anyway, these fucking people, man, I swear to fucking God here. Anyway, because I'm about to lose my mind here. This is crazy. I'm either combating trolls, combating people. That's why y'all saw the count go down, because these niggas will come in here, flag and shit that don't like it. They all work in tandems. Because I ain't one of the niggas on here that is the competition. You know what I'm saying? But writing shit like that in people's chat rooms, that's crazy, my nigga. I've literally been here for 2 hours and 35 fucking minutes. Like in the UK, the kids running the knives because they're shitty parents. Exactly. Like I heard everybody in the UK getting knifed up or whatever. There's some niggas on here that's crazy. This nigga just literally came on here and said a nigga is fried. Nigga, I've been here for almost 3 hours. What the fuck? I have not even gotten up. I have not literally moved from this camera. You see what I'm saying? So now y'all are starting to understand When I tell yo, I'll be like, yo, it be these niggas in different spots. And yo, Huggy, I hope you ain't got nothing to do with this shit. Cause bitch, they was talking about you was on drugs. Remember that? Like I heard her say something today that kind of fucked me up, but I'm a catch on one. Cause I know the bitch don't be catching me, but I'm gonna catch the bitch on one. Cause the Canadian bitch couldn't really explain it right because she wasn't there. So let me explain something to you. So Jaguar Wright has had people call the police. So I don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speculate who did it. She got her own speculations, let her throw them out. But a lot of people leave this out of the question when we talk about her past. Like I've seen some dirty shit happen to her. And I was the first one to admit that and say that or whatever, which made me fall back for doing a lot of shit I was doing. I could have really turned up on her if I wanted to. I could have had everybody from the staff and everybody over there fucking with her, where she would have been way less comfortable than she is right now. You know what I'm saying? I could still do that if I wanted to, but I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't see no reason to. Niggas know what she's saying, and niggas is like, they got their own way of dealing with it. Like, nobody's really worried about you, shorty. Like, trust me on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that answers your question. Nobody's really worried about you. You know what I mean? And that's a consensus. And people are kind of giving you a pass because formally you are one of our accolade, but that shit's wearing thin. Because it's like you like telling people to kiss your ass almost. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with that. What I have an issue with is like when you get how can I say it? When you get these individuals that come over here and they're electing to advocate for other motherfuckers, like nigga, you don't come over to my chat room and tell people don't fuck with me in my own chat room. What kind of wild shit is that? I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't even know you. And then you sitting up there and you telling people lies about me. Like, listen, my nigga, y'all that shit trying to rope my chat room, I don't give a fuck about. But it's just the point of who the fuck are you? And why do you think I'm soft like that? Like for real, nigga. Like, nigga, I will get you the fuck up out of here. Like for real. And be like this. We'll listen, nigga, for real. For real, nigga. Well, just like this. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I was scared. You understand what I'm saying? I had to do him wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it get that real, dog. Like, for real, nigga. This is the New York City tri-state, nigga. If you try to try me like that and you fucking with my livelihood, then I gotta find out who you are. You know? So think about that. You know, when you're going to pick up the kids, from school, you're going grocery shopping, you with the family out of there, you should think about these things. Don't be on the internet starting trouble with people you don't know and you got a family. Family man. Don't be on YouTube starting trouble with people you don't know. You live with your girlfriend and you're not on a lease. Family man. With your stepkids and shit. Watch who the fuck you're talking to, because I might look cute and cuddly and shit like that. I'm one of the worst motherfuckers you could ever think of. Now you can either remember that or you can take it as a joke. A key, he. Like your mama used to do, you fucking bitches. I've never seen so many weak ass fucking young men and boys in my fucking life. This talk like straight up bitches. Have y'all not noticed that everybody that's been in my chat room that got some smart ass shit to say has been a man? You ain't seen one woman in my chat room say one fucking thing. And there's women here. I got women subscribers, tons of them. And y'all notice it's never any women that come in. There's one bitch that came in here and she said some slick shit and I got her out of here. That was the beginning of the podcast. Ever since the podcast has been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes, have you not noticed, Javon, you know for a fact, every time somebody says something in my chat room that's on some negative shit and make sure that nigga don't make money, is one of these sissy-fied punk ass, I was raised by a single mom ass fucking boys. And they all end up either being black, Latino, or white. I always notice that it don't be one bitch in here talking no funny shit to me. It always be niggas. And I keep trying to tell you, a lot of these niggas, they moist, man. Y'all know what I mean by that? Meaning like these niggas, they basically a walking woman with a dick. That's all they are. They women mentally. You understand what I'm saying? Like they've been raised by women so much and so entrenched in womanly daily duties and seeing their mama walk around the house and flick her hair, watching their mama bitch about their ex-boyfriend or the next nigga she fucking, or they complain like their mama do. I didn't literally been out. Tell me if this has happened to any of y'all. Have you been out having a good day? You understand what I'm saying? The second you care is the first screw up, period. I don't know what the fuck that mean. That's your ideology. I don't give a fuck what you saying. Your ideology ain't my ideology. On top of that, you ain't never donated a motherfucking dime to me. Matter of fact, let's see how motherfuckers successful you are. It's always unsuccessful niggas giving advice. Of course, you've been on here for 1 year and you got 47 subscribers. There's always that nigga like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm missing back teeth. Bro, you missing back teeth. Calm down, sir. Yes, sir, I'm missing back teeth that are molars that I got pulled out of the dentist. Would you like to see them? Since you all confused and up in a nigga's motherfucking mouth. And anybody know this double O Kane nigga? Please be weary when he around. This boy like looking at niggas' crotches and shit. Because he's sitting here looking at my mouth. So he got to be looking at niggas' crotches. Watch if you bend over in front of this nigga, that nigga double O Kane right there in the chat room. If you anybody know this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we're going to clip this. We're going to make you famous. Anybody know Double O Kane, that little motherfucker, what's the name right there? Make sure that y'all watch yourself when y'all around this homoerotic motherfucker. He comes up in here and he looks in men's mouths. You understand what I'm saying? He probably over at your house and he been looking at your crotch a couple of times. You just didn't recognize it. You understand what I'm saying? When he was washing drawers in jail, Double O Kane, you understand what I'm saying? The loser motherfucker he is would have been just that. You know what I'm saying? The prison bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Double O Kane, shout out to you, nigga, for being out here looking in niggas' mouths, you moist motherfucker. And shout out to your mans too, right there, your boyfriend, Travis Lee Parker. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to him too. That's your boyfriend. You sit your boyfriend over here with you. You girls going out for dinner. Now, once again, niggas that don't have dental plans. See, recently I've been going to the dentist, but we have to go in steps. You can't just go and get everything done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we had a whole halt up here, whatever. And I don't have to explain this to nobody because I still get bitches. But see right here? You say ain't no white shit right there? Yeah, right? That's a tooth that's pulled. That means it was extracted. See, niggas that don't have life insurance, they don't understand shit like, health insurance, they don't understand shit like that. On the other side, hey, that's clean. That's the same thing. That's an extraction. You understand what I'm saying? That's an extraction. You understand what I'm saying? So, nigga, I'm not even talking to you no more. Why do you think you're so important? Nigga, I don't care about you. Fuck you and everybody in your house. This nigga write dumb comments like somebody give a fuck. Anyway, listen, you see what I mean? Like, he just started going on like a bitch. Like he was with my girlfriend or something. And a blah, 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 the Travis nigga. Y'all ain't see that? This nigga wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 comments. I'm like, nigga, I don't know you. The fuck? He was writing the comments like I was his girl, like we used to date or some shit. This is why, like I said, we're going to start doing something here. I'm going to get myself out of subsequently this whole market of, I believe, and this is how I believe now, I believe the African Americans mentally are so far gone and they have now taken on the trajectory of just being full-time ghetto and embracing everything ghetto. It's type of shit that we, shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut up. Don't worry about what I'm talking about. Talking about, how come you're not answering things? You've got nothing better doing, talking to yourself on the phone and look at answering things. Like, that didn't even make sense. You see what I'm saying? These are dumb niggas. Anyway, listen. I don't have dumb nigga conversations. I don't like dumb niggas. I think dumb niggas are an atrocity to the culture. And personally speaking, if you see the behavior of these dumb niggas, you understand what I'm saying? Like this dumb nigga talking about, where are you hiding? I'm never hiding, nigga. Why are you on here talking to other? How many white people do you go to their chat room and talk the same shit? None, right? Because you're a coward. You was raised by a single mother too, wasn't you? Well, how old was your mother when she had you? 13, 14? You using broken English talking about imbeciles. You're using broken English. This nigga came back after I blocked him. I hear you. You still talking to me? You still looking for, you still thinking I'm cute? Some nigga you want to date, nigga? You and your boy, you brought another one of your boyfriends over here. Who is y'all? Y'all like the gay mafia or some shit like it, right? You brought your boyfriend over here with you to back you up? How many times out of the week you bend your sweet ass over, nigga? You sound like a cute couple. How long you boys been together? How long y'all been dating? Y'all niggas all up in niggas' mouths, talking about niggas' looks, talking about niggas' English and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You use a broken English. I bet y'all smarter than you. I'm just laughing at you niggas because this is two grown ass black men that's over here giving their opinion, looking at niggas' mouths and shit like that. Y'all some sweet motherfuckers, bro. Y'all some sweet motherfuckers. Here come another motherfucker talking about some gap. Like y'all niggas is moist as fuck, boy. Y'all ladies, y'all see these homosexual men up in here, right? You see these homosexual men up in here, right? You understand what I'm saying? That will be walking around acting like they heterosexual. That shit that homosexual men say. You understand what I'm saying? Back to back, niggas is coming in, and all the niggas happen to be black. Look at that gap. You don't see no white people saying that. You don't see nobody else saying that. Y'all got to do better, bro. This is why nobody wants to fuck with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Even outside the culture. This is why nobody wants to fuck with y'all. You literally roam around like the nation's retards nowadays. And that's how you're viewed. So maybe sitting collectively amongst yourself, you think that you like brandish all this power and I'm a king and I'm a queen and all this little other shit y'all say to yourself to make yourself feel happy. But the rest of the world looks at you as a bunch of fucking dodos. I even heard Anton Atwood, he said it very slick to Lionel. Oh, you're talking about the slow-mo crowd? You know what a slow-mo is? A slow-mo is a slow nigga. Say you didn't say it. Say you didn't say it. Oh, all right. So you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be crazy to me when you hear these people in the chat rooms and they come in, they get people to send them over. I'm pretty sure that was the crowd from what's this motherfucking? They'll try to say you're not saying anything. That's all. When they tell you ain't saying shit, that means you're saying a whole bunch of shit, and they're scared about what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? See, the way I deliver my shit is different from the rest of the way these niggas deliver their shit. Like the average nigga when they get online, first thing what they adding to y'all. Hey, we got the court documents. We're gonna read out the court documents. Don't nobody give a fuck. I can go on Google and find that shit my goddamn self. Why the fuck I need you to read the shit and donate to you for reading court documents to me? You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, let me put y'all on so we can stop the since y'all want to stop me getting money, I'm gonna stop y'all getting money. So we can stop putting a priority on where these motherfuckers get this information or whatever. Let me tell you what it is. So there's a website, right, that you all can go to individually. You understand what I'm saying? So if y'all want to stop my priority, I'm gonna stop y'all priority. So there's a website that you can go to. There's a website you can go to. And basically anywhere in the country, in the continental United States, you can find out if someone has had a case put against them, depending on the severity. You can find out if it's closed or open. You can, what's the name? You can find out if somebody has an upcoming court date going on or whatever, all on this website, right? And so one or two of them have been utilized, and then the rest of them figured it out. So when you're going over to their podcast, you think, oh, he's got the exclusive or whatever. That nigga went on a free website, downloaded the PDF, and is regurgitating and reading to y'all. And y'all think that this woman or this man is an important figure. You know what I'm saying in the community because they're regurgitating a PDF file from you. These people literally have no originality. You take them out the circumference and talking about Puff and Jay-Z, they have nothing to say. So what they do is, since they can't compete with you, like none of these niggas can compete with my real experience. I worked at a record label for 17 years, and I worked uncoincidentally under the man that they're talking about. So instead of kind of counter, you understand what I'm saying, what you're saying or whatever, what they'll do is they'll go and derive into something else, and which is this. What I find a lot of these podcasters do nowadays is they'll turn around and try to send their little goons in or whatever, especially if you get more views than them. Like, as I'm talking to y'all, there's several motherfuckers flagging me. I can tell that because usually my shit get out way more than the amount of people you see on here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when y'all first came in, it was like 100-something plus people in here. You know what I mean? They'll flag you. You have this whole Gestapo of African Americans nowadays that pretty much operate like the online Nazis, black Nazis. That's basically what they are, online black Nazis. That's why Kanye wrote that song too. You need to go back and listen to that some of this Kanye music, and you'll understand who some of these motherfuckers are. Like I remember when he had that song Black Nazi, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit about? Then I just went back and listened to it recently. I was like, oh, now I get it. He was talking about kind of like these motherfuckers that go in trolls and they only attacking anything but exclusively people of color. You understand what I'm saying? So when I'm up here, sometimes a lot of these niggas that are this condescending, listening to nothing else but gossip from women and now recreating and regurgitating the same gossip women have in circles. And this is why I'm so glad Cheryl Underwood said what she said the other day. I don't know if y'all seen my short I put up about it, but she said, when did men start sitting down gossiping all the damn time? And I said the same thing. Y'all think I'm lying, right? Y'all think I'm lying here? I play it for you. I play it for you. I play it for you. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm the only one that's recognizing this shit. No, a lot of people are recognizing this shit. These niggas don't want to do nothing but attack their own people. Most of them are fucking cowards. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the real thing about it. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas getting online talking about I'm acting tough or whatever. I'm only responding to what niggas say to me. That's the only thing I do. I respond to what niggas say to me. Here's Cheryl Underwood saying what she had to say.
The two country Negroes drinking brown liquor. Isn't America great? The question I have for you is, what the f is in the cognac to make these dudes come on this show and bitch up like they talking about each other? When did men start gossiping? I noticed that you kind of throw it out there and then let them get full of this liquor and then start talking and popping off in the mouth. No. What? If they want to pour a little bit more, I don't pour them anymore. They pour, right. Yeah, if they want to talk, I let them talk. I'm not against dudes coming on here, right. But what is making them tell these stories that they tell? I think the fact is that they want to get this off their chest. They've been holding this for a long time, and they want a safe space that they feel they can share this. You let them just talk the way they talk. Yes. But don't you think it's, well, for me, I'm glad it's no females doing this. There it is. There it is.
Y'all can find that video on my channel, of course. You understand what I'm saying? This headline was Cheryl Underwood. Definitely a legendary comedian, somebody I respect and always held it down, and a graduate of one of those HBCU colleges there. So yeah, make sure y'all check out that interview in the whole. But if y'all didn't make out everything she said, when the fuck did men start gossiping? Well, I'll tell you, when a Bethany of motherfucking single moms started raising them. That's when. Yeah, just like mama, two trifling bitches in the house. That's why I keep trying to tell you, a lot of these motherfuckers that be out here and they be talking all this shit or whatever, they were raised by women. So they act like women. If you just pay attention to their mannerisms, the way they talk and shit like that, and you're a man that grew up around men or had a daddy, you'll quickly be able to distinguish what the fuck you're in front of. These niggas are hyperly emotional. This is the nigga to be like, yo, nigga, you disrespected me. What happened? You hit my shoulder, nigga. You ain't gonna say so. I had a nigga stop me one day like that, and I'm like, this nigga has no idea because he thinks I look nice. He has no idea he about to catch one right in his stomach. You understand what I'm saying? Like literally, I was like literally. No, let me shut the fuck up. But anyway, like it's crazy because like these dudes that are moistured compactful like that, they be the main culprits online. Y'all ain't notice that shit? Like my whole time in line for 3 hours, I had one donation of $10 because niggas, they can't understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? And I like it that way. I like it that way. I like that only a few minds can understand what I'm saying. So it's all good, bro. I don't be giving a fuck about that. We're not to get off it. We're not going to get off of here yet. I'm going to talk about some more. But I just wanted to point that out. Do y'all not see how weak black men are in 2025? It's like, I understand why niggas don't respect you. The only thing you do is spend your time attacking your own, but ain't got nothing to say to white people. So your own women don't respect you because they look at you as weak too. They're like, damn, you can't even go fight a fight if a fight was to big off because look how soft you are. And then if you question or put that out there, they're not going to attack or go show white folks, look, I'll show you that I'll do it. No, what they'll do is they'll come try to have a conversation with you. What you mean niggas ain't brave enough? Well, niggas, show us. Show us. You done have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years to do it. Go show us, nigga. Don't have conversations with other niggas talking about, yo, what we need to do. That shit, them times is over. Dick Gregory was trying to tell y'all that. James Baldwin was trying to tell you that. Hell, fucking, what's his nigga's name that had the steamship? Marcus Garvey was trying to tell y'all that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people were trying to tell y'all that. Y'all niggas still wouldn't do it. Hell, Even fucking Frederick Douglass was trying to tell you the same thing, and you never got it. Instead, you got a whole bunch of feminine raised ass motherfuckers that don't want to do nothing but pop up on other people that look just like them, interrupt, stop their money or whatever. So any nigga that's running around like them couple of niggas that came in here trying to detour people from donating support my channel, you now work for white supremacy. I have no motherfucking, this is a pre-recorded video and I'm talking to you, you goofy ass bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I don't talk to no bitch that got a Barbie emoji. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, people like that and that goofy ass bitch that just came up in here or whatever, talking about, is this live? Why the fuck would it be live, bitch? If you see a live feed right there, you goofy asshole. Like, it's like, how can I say it, man, and just be exact about it? It's like, it's really no reason at this point, unless you, like, here's a nigga in here talking about how long I've been bald. Why, nigga, you want to date? Is that supposed to insult me? Or something? I'm trying to figure out what where you coming from. The Rock is bald. Well, what's the point? Why are you so mad? Uh-oh, here we go. One of these. You just the nigga I'm talking about. You a man or a woman? Which one? Go ahead. I want to hear if you a man or a woman. Motherfucker said, why am I mad, y'all? Why am I mad? Who been here with me for the past 2 hours? They say I'm mad. I'm mad. Now, that's the other one. These are 10 minutes and talking points from the woke generation, so pay attention. I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. Go jump off a bridge. I want that motherfucker to answer. Are you a man or a woman? Answer the question. Oh, now you getting quiet. You a hoe ass nigga. Motherfucker said, why you so mad, twin? First of all, we're not twins. We're nothing alike. Quit trying this bullshit or equate. I can't stand when African Americans do that. You know what they do that for? They do that really because they looking for somebody to fucking, what's the name with them? To fucking, like, I don't know what you, like, they looking for a partnership or some shit like that. Nigga, I don't know you. We're not the same. I'm not your friend. I don't give a fuck about you. As far as I'm concerned, you get hit by a fucking car tomorrow night. You understand what I'm saying? It's that deep. So stop coming in here talking about some twin and all this shit. My twin, my real twin, got money. You don't. So get the fuck out of my motherfucking chat, you hoe ass nigga. Tell me, why are you mad? This is talking points from like that woke generation. I keep trying to tell you, you can always know when you listen. If you'll always know when you're talking to somebody black. The only detection that you have to do to separate is whether they're male or female. That's hard to do nowadays. You don't know if you're talking to a man or a female. You know what I'm saying? So rude. So rude. Oh girl, so rude. That's the other half of them that want to try to act like they white folks. Hey, listen, the same shit, this gonna fuck you up, Ronnie J. The same shit you trying to act and pretend you are. I actually live in an environment where people actually like that. Let that sink in. The same portrayal of personality you're trying to give, I actually live in an area that's condescending of that. So you crybaby motherfuckers that sit back, so rude. Nigga, I interact with white people all the time, and they don't even talk as pussy as y'all niggas do. Have y'all noticed that black people, they went from talking like that real shit, and now the only thing they do is talk like bitches when it comes to everybody else. Like, I'm over gonna say so rude and all this shit or whatever. Man, get your moist ass the fuck up on out of here. And get this nigga up out of here too. What you just said up in here? Let me see if you just said anything positive. You just said bullshit. Okay, you've been cool. You've been cool. I've been fucking with you. You cool. It was that other nigga. So rude. Any fucking way. Black American culture now is led by bitches. Make no mistake about it. Even the bitches will tell you they run the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So the weak ass men and the men that got some gumption about them are at war. Because we don't want bitches leading us. But the bitch ass niggas that succumb to mama, that's all they want. Oh, and they'll use little clever euphemisms or whatever to express that. They'll be like, you know, the queen ain't nothing like my mama. Or ain't no, and listen, you want to see some black niggas protect some shit. They won't protect other men. They won't even protect kids. But find out there's something going on with one of these bitches. They, give me my cape. It's super Negro. You know, like they'll know these bitches is completely wrong, and bitches been out here trying to set up niggas and all kinds of shit. You know what they'll say? Well, that sister, they'll still give her respect. That sister, I heard a nigga called Suki Hana the other day. That sister. I said, that sister, that's a whore, nigga. That's a bitch on OnlyFans for free. For free. Now, I heard a lot of shit, but you got to be a nasty motherfucker if you got a fucking OnlyFans that's free. And tipping is an option. That means you could go to OnlyFans, see this chick for free, and if you want to tip as an option, you can. But it's not a mandatory. Look at the hoes leave up out of here. They know what I'm talking about. You always gonna have shit like that. The rebel for African American culture is at an all-time low. You are letting whores, tramps, OnlyFans models, or whatever, lead you, and they don't find anything wrong with it. And that, my friend, is the point where they will meet their demise. Trust me when I tell you, the better half of them, within the next 3 to 4 years, they will be so caught up, and that was the trick, have them so caught up in entertainment that they're not even paying attention to the chess or the chalkboard. You understand what I'm saying? Even the ones that paid attention in class and went to college, the collegiate ones, they're caught up in the entertainment hustle of motherfucking YouTube and all these other apps and the T factories and the T columns and all that shit or whatever. And they don't see it. They don't see it. So, you know, some people, you can't save everybody. Some people, you got to just let some people die. Feel me? Sometimes you just got to let some niggas die. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm tired of trying. I've been trying to save niggas as far as that shit go with this YouTube shit for years. I've always said positive shit. And this got to the point I was just like, you know what? Fuck these niggas. I just got to the point I was just like, oh, fuck these niggas. These niggas don't mean me any good. They're not good people, most of them. And they don't mean me any good. So why am I going to keep on sitting here trying to, what's the word? Appeal to motherfuckers that have honestly told you, yo, listen, we don't like you. And then when you say something back to them, they're like, so rude. Like that motherfucker right there, Ronnie J wrote my motherfucker. Who the fuck? We got a man writes so rude. Get your moist ass the fuck up out of here. I did hide that nigga. That should be crazy to me. I'm gonna get on this shit right here with this UK woman. Speaking of crazy black people, this has been because these motherfuckers are a joke, man. I heard you today, Lotto. You was like, and you come in and insult the crowd? Fuck that. If you don't come in and insult niggas that are insulting you, what the fuck do I look like? Fuck them motherfuckers. These niggas are not gonna make me or break me. There are tens of billions of people in the world. You understand what I'm saying? These little 110 non-supporting motherfuckers that come in here, I don't give a fuck about them. Y'all don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't give a fuck about these niggas because these niggas are worthless. Most of them. Most of them, they gonna do nothing but come on your channel, try to grab information. That's why I deliver the information I do on purpose the way I do it. You understand what I'm saying? I want to confuse your motherfucking ass. I don't want you to understand everything that I'm saying. It makes it easier for me. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you want to know correctly what I'm saying and know directly what I'm saying, show some support. Not just the same 10 motherfuckers that are on here, then I'll turn around, start up motherfucking online campaigns telling niggas, yo, don't donate to this person. He ain't talking the same way we talking, so we can't support him as a culture. Okay, that's a directive going out. This is what niggas are doing. You think I feel sorry for some motherfuckers like that? Nah, nigga, I hope you get hit by a car, nigga. For real, I don't feel sorry for you. The fuck I look like feeling sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you as an individual or a culture. You're mean. You're disgusting. You're liars. You sit around and tell fibs on people. You make up stories on people. You support far right-winger ideas of separation and motherfucking impact of exposing your own, but the house halt at the time and an inclusion that exploit anybody else outside of your culture. Many of you are cowards. The men are directly the biggest cowards out of all of them. You fail at your women. You fail at your mother. You fail at your own motherfucking behest of your own lives. You understand what I'm saying? The women are even worse. Most of you are marked as whores, looked at as prostitutes. You don't know that? Most of you are looked at as easy. You understand what I'm saying? And you're not looked at as wives. Never talk about that in the black females. Most of you are not looked at as wives. You're looked at as whores. And y'all even know that. You understand what I'm saying? It's been the same way since the plantation day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's just how society views a lot of you. You can be toned up to the nines. They look at you as whores. Because a greater pack of motherfucking women in the culture are dressed like whores. They're online gyrating their hips and shit, fighting, arguing, all kinds of other shit. We don't never talk about that. Nah. We just want to talk about Puff and Jay-Z. They the worst of the worst. That's what I say too, mammy. That's what I say too. So, like I said, don't take it like I'm shitting on people of color. I ain't shitting on people of color. I'm just putting in perspective what you have become. You have become a untrustworthy, belligerent, divided, nasty, arrogant, self-centered, individualistic, communist, Marxist culture. You almost, in some regards, some people will say you're even worse than whites are. Some people would say it, you know what I'm saying, collectively. And sometimes you have to look at yourself collectively as a culture and say, hey, what's going on here? What's going on wrong? And they just don't want to do that. They just don't want to go do that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't be caring about what the people be talking about, man. Like I told you, it's hard to explain, but these niggas are like sheeps, most of them. I figured this out in the 5 years I've been here. So say you got one or two prolific YouTubers and they say, hey, this is the direction we're going or whatever. These people can't think for themselves anymore. This is really what I'm trying to tell you. They're like zombies and sheeps. So zombies and sheeps, they just follow the rest of the crowd, right? That's what these motherfuckers do. They follow. He said, feel every word, unfortunately. They follow behind, like y'all even agreeing what I'm saying. They follow behind people because they don't know how to lead. You understand what I'm saying? So what do people do that they don't know how to lead? They follow behind others. Just like how cults are started. This is how advocacy groups are started. You speak for us. So this is how these people carry themselves. And so when they form these little like little groups and shit, I guess you could say, or whatever, what they do is instead of turning up the heat on the opposition or the people that they say are oppressing them or whatever, they rather go sit down and join them because they feel that makes them look more elated in life amongst the crowd. Niggas have been trying to do this shit for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. Y'all saw Harry Belafonte. Y'all saw Sidney Poitier. Y'all saw many of niggas get kicked out that position quickly. Y'all still running over there trying to do the same move. It's like, okay, try and fail. Next generation, try and fail. Next generation, try and fail. Now they doing it in 2025. Let's go over here and sit with the white folks, tell them about niggas' business. Help them get paid and just get scraps and rags and tatters in the end. You know what I'm saying? So why would I trust niggas like that? Nah. It's not that I don't trust black folks. It's not that there's not good black people out there. Nah. It's just like this guy saying in the chat room right here, it's a circus of these motherfuckers. And they found that if they told salacious about their own, they'll make $1. That means for the pure simple fact, you can't leave shit. And pay attention to every nigga that's talking the loudest right now, especially if it's men. If you see a man on here and they amongst the ones that's talking the loudest, you should exactly pay attention to that person. Don't do no crimes with them. Don't go on no excursions with them. Don't do none of that because you already know they telling. The nigga got a vlog. He telling. Now, it don't depend. It depends on what type of vlogger it is. I shouldn't have said that way. But if a nigga got a vlog and his vlog is a T vlog, 9 times out of 10, he gonna tell on you. I ain't getting it, huh? There's a whole bunch of these first 48 niggas on here online nowadays. A whole bunch of these first 48 niggas on here. You know what I'm saying? I know about the Pakistani bitch because I want to get up off of here. Because I'm really not feeling the vibe here on this whole YouTube shit. Like literally, as I'm sitting here talking to y'all, there are people flagging my live. Isn't that crazy? I don't flag nobody. I don't try to take down nobody's channels. I don't do none of that. But your black culture, this is what they do. They're terrorists, harassment. You know, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to expect it, though. You got to expect it. All right, I ain't going to talk about the dumb bitch in Pakistan because I really will go off and it'll just be something else. So I'm going to slide up on out of here. I appreciate everybody that didn't support the channel. I appreciate everybody that came in and was hating. I appreciate everybody. It tells me I don't know what I'm talking about, but subsequently, somehow or another, all the shit that I say comes true. Isn't that weird? So that goes to let you know there's a certain contingency of motherfucking individuals that are coming over to my page because they don't like what I like because what I'm telling them is the fucking truth. And what I'm telling you is next week, get ready. You're going to have some new surprises. Not this week, but next week. You're going to have some new surprises. You understand what I'm saying? And I want y'all to remember this moment of when I said it. Y'all have a good evening. Worthless motherfuckers.